tonight and tonight, knowing the price, pay it off with my life, till it's out with your lights, do it all for the Christ, and he ain't playing nice, knew the end from the start, fix your face like it's art, the sons of a simp, call them Bart, yeah you did your best, played your part, but now it's time to cut you to the heart, flex on occasion, it's the strangest of the salvation, you see it, believe it, amazing. Them terrorists coming invasion since the creation. War, mine, Lord, bless the general. Greatest nation, eat them unequivocal. Bombs dropping, buddy, cause it's biblical. Start shit, now it's time to finish. Whoa. Said he won't woke, we looking for smoke. So, we give him some more. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world.
I can't wait for our kingdom to start and for there to be finished. Get rid of all of their idols and lying religions. Look for the crown like an Edris. Hey, this that crown talk. Wisdom of Solomon 5 talk. This that second Edris 6 and 9. We want eyes talk. It's your time to end and my time again. It's our time to win. Away with the sin. You know what it is. Rejoice with my kin. See that is why we repented. Golden streets, I can see myself in it. The city is bright, the kingdom of light. A wonderful sight past the angels, the inner light. I need 1,000 years of labor. Sit on my throne with my savior. Try the new wine, press alone. He bring pain like major. You think the nations is equal to us? TK Kirkland, who raised you? Flex on occasion, my God a racist. That's why we moving with patience. It's been a long time coming. I spent my whole life running. Now that I'm 10 toes down and established my faith on 100. Woe to the nations, my king will race them. You know they gotta be punished. Jeremiah 25. Yeah, you know they gon' fry. Whoa! Said he won't woke, we looking for smoke. So, we give him some more. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world.
Even the even, spend holy days away from the heathen. I need a break, I don't need a reason. I need a script, I don't need your grievance. Keep it to yourself, it's better for my health. Leave it on the shelf, ain't hearing nothing else. Tonight and tonight, knowing the price, pay it off with my life, till it's out with your lights. Do it all for the Christ, and he ain't playing nice. Knew the end from the start, fix your face like it's art. The sons of a simp, call them Bart. Yeah, you did your best, played your part, but now it's time to cut you to the heart. Flex on occasion, it's the strangest of the salvation. You see it, believe it, amazing. Them terrorists coming invasion since the creation. War, mine, Lord, bless the general. Greatest nation, eat them unequivocal. Bombs dropping, buddy, cause it's biblical. Start shit, now it's time to finish. Whoa. Said he won't woke, we looking for smoke. So, we give him some more. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world. I can't wait for our kingdom to start and for there to be finished. Get rid of all of their idols and lying religions. Look for the crown like an Edris. Hey, this that crown talk. Wisdom of Solomon 5 talk. This that second Edris 6 and 9. We want eyes talk. It's your time to end and my time again. It's our time to win. Away with the sin. You know what it is. Rejoice with my kin. See that is why we repented. Golden streets, I can see myself in it. The city is bright, the kingdom of light. A wonderful sight past the angels, the inner light.
I need 1,000 years of labor, sit on my throne with my savior. Try to know wine, Prince alone, he bring pain like Major. You think the nations is equal to us? TK Kirkland, who raised you? Flex on occasion, my God a racist, that's why we moving with patience. It's been a long time coming, I spent my whole life running. Now that I'm 10 toes down and established my faith on 100. Woe to the nations, my king will race them, you know they gotta be punished. Jeremiah 25, yeah, you know they gon' fry. Whoa!
Said he won't vote, he looking for smoke. So, we give him some more. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world.
Yo, hey, yes, sir, yes, sir. Shalom, family, most high in Christ bless. Yo, we back. Hey, shalom, family, most high in Christ bless. We back. It's the Nehemiah squad. We're going to reintroduce ourselves. I'm Captain Zakai.
Hey, man, it's Officer Shim.
Yep.
Officer Judah.
All right, all praises, all praises. So we got a little bit of a switch up tonight, right? Because our guest had to cancel. He missed his, he ain't missed his flight. His flight got delayed. So he must have been flying American Airlines. You know what I'm saying? American Airlines is terrible. Terrible. They always canceling flights. I don't know if he really did. I'm just saying that because every time you book with them, it's always some problems.
Yeah.
But throw the thumbnail up with the brother, Adam Coleman. Throw him up real quick. All right, so this is Adam B. Coleman. We did reschedule him. We was going to talk about DEI tonight, but we're going to switch that. You know what I'm saying? It's a good brother right there, so we're going to get him on in a later date. All right? So throw up the thumbnail for tonight because we're going to get into something tonight. It's going to be a little bit different.
Throw it up. We had to throw the change up.
Yeah. We got to throw the change
It's going
up.
to be good tonight.
Yeah.
It is.
So tonight we're going to be talking about our good friend Donald Trump and his, I think they call it the One Big Beautiful Bill. And so we saying that the real cost of Trump's big, beautiful bill. All right. So we just going to, bring out some articles tonight, videos and talk about it. But tonight we looking for our audience to be calling in. All right. So y'all can call in. We got the number on the top of the screen. All right. So y'all going to call that number 669-444-9171. And then y'all got to put in their meeting ID, all right? Because it's going to be a Zoom call. So y'all call in and put in that meeting ID, and then we're going to take y'all questions or whatever little statements y'all want to give. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
You people that be bugging every week in here watching and don't agree with nothing, come on with it. Tonight is your night. We about to lay hands on y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Straight up.
Some scoffers?
Clubhouse style.
Yeah. Yeah. All that scoffing be going on in there. We got to ignore y'all because we got to guess. We got things to do. We don't got time to play with y'all. But tonight we got time to play with you. We're going to be like a cat with a ball of yarn. We're just going to be smacking y'all around. If y'all want that.
Cuz.
Yeah, if y'all want that action, you know what I mean? We here for it. We actually always here for it, but we got to behave ourselves. So, hey. You know what I mean? Because we love the people. But, hey, bring up number one. All right, we just going to let y'all know. Some of y'all don't even know because y'all might be watching YouTube or whatever. You might not even know what this is really talking about. So we're going to get into it, what Trump just passed, right?
Turn his mic on. Turn his mic on.
1 2 1 2.
There you go.
One Big Beautiful Bill Act. The One Big Beautiful Bill Act, OBB or BBB, or the Big Beautiful Bill, is a budget reconciliation law passed by the 119th United States Congress containing tax and spending policies that form the core of President Donald Trump's second-term agenda. The bill was signed into law by President Trump on July 4th, 2025.
Right. So y'all might be thinking, okay, this is regular stuff, right? It's a bill. The president's in Congress, they always passing some bill. You don't even know what be going on half the time, right? But this bill right here is going to affect a lot of us, right? We're going to get into it. A lot of us, right? Bring up number 6. All right, so we're going to get into some stuff tonight. Bring up number 6 and keep that number up there. Make sure y'all keep that number on the screen. All right. Anything y'all hear, y'all might want to jump in and say something. We're going to take them calls. All
Yep.
right. So now I want y'all to read that top, and then we're going to scroll down to where it says worse off. All right. Go ahead.
Here's who stands to gain from the big, beautiful bill and who may struggle.
Right. So we're going to go down to the strugglers. Go down. Let's see where it say better off. You're going to go down to where it says worse off. Right.
Right there.
There you go. Go ahead.
Worse off, low-income Americans. Many people at the lowest end of the income ladder would be worse off because the package would enact historic cuts to the nation's safety net program, particularly Medicaid and food stamps.
Right. So they call that the safety net program, right? Where you have Medicaid, all the different type of medical insurances that are under the government, and also food stamps, right? Meaning safety net, because if you're not working and have a benefits package at your job, generally you'll be able to fit underneath the government at least one of those plans and get some food stamps. But go ahead.
Among the many changes to these programs would be the addition of federally mandated work requirements to Medicaid for the first time in its 60-year history, and the expansion of the work mandate in the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, the formal name for food stamps.
Right. So what's going to happen now, right? According to this new bill, that you're not going to be able to just be home and get the SNAP program or Medicaid.
Right.
You're going to have to work. So you got to work at least 20 hours to be able to be eligible to receive Medicaid or eligible to receive SNAP. So some people may say, well, okay, 20 hours, I'll go in there and knock out 20 hours. But now when you're thinking about people elderly, where they getting this 20 hours from?
Yeah.
How's all that going to happen, right? So this is going to be an issue. And even getting a job with 20 hours, that might be an issue. But this is what's coming down the pipe, y'all. Go ahead, read on.
Millions of low-income Americans are expected to lose their benefits because of the work requirements and the bill's other measures affecting Medicaid and food stamps.
Right.
Notably, few of those dropped from Medicaid coverage would have access to job-based health insurance. According to a Congressional Budget Office report about the House version of the package. Scroll up. Those in the lowest income group earning less than $18,000 a year would see a $165 reduction in their after-tax, after-transfer income once the safety net cuts are taken into account, according to Penn Wharton. That's a 1.1% decrease.
Right. So it might look like it's nothing, right? But the point is decreasing. Not only that, it's decreasing, but there's stipulations. It's not, you can't just go in there and get it like that no more. Right. Yeah, read that next one.
Middle income households would see their...
No. I think you missed something. The next level.
The next level, who earn between $18,000 and $53,000 would get a $30 bump in income, or 0.1%. Middle income households would see their income rise by $1,430, or 1.8%. They earn between $53,000 and $96,000.
Right. So scroll down a little bit. All told, right there. See where it says all told? Yeah, right there.
All told, the bill could result in more than 10 million more people being uninsured in 2034, according to a CNN analysis of the bill and CBO forecast.
Right. So now it's not only going to hit for now, but moving forward, they said it's going to be about 10 million more people being uninsured in the year 2034. So that's like what? That's less than 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not like other countries where you got socialized medicine and socialized, and insurance is free. Remember, we heard before that the reason they don't have socialized medicine in America is because black people was going to get it. That's the reason we don't have free health care like other countries, because black people, our people was going to get it. So they said, nah, hell no. If they're going to get free health care, then no, hell no. We need them to die. We need them with problems. But go ahead, read that next one in the hospitals.
Hospitals are not happy with the health care provisions of the bill, which would reduce the support they receive from states to care for Medicaid enrollees and leave them with no more compensated care
Yes.
costs for treating uninsured patients.
Right. So let me help y'all out with that, right? Because a lot of people, y'all wouldn't know that unless you in that field. So what happens is that when you have a Medicaid program, a hospital will have a roster of, like, say 200,000 people that they deem patients. Each one of those names they get money for. So let's say they get $20-something a piece or something like that for the year. So that might sound like it's cheap. But when you do that, $25 and change for 200,000, you talking about close to $25 million or more. That means that once they slash that, that's less money that the hospitals is going to have, right? To do what? Pay employees, pay for this, pay for that, and of course put money in their own pocket, right? Go ahead.
Okay, the real life consequences of these nearly $1 trillion in Medicaid cuts, the largest ever proposed by Congress, will result in irreparable harm to our healthcare system, reducing access to care for all Americans, and severely undermining the ability of hospitals and health systems to care for our most vulnerable patients,
Right.
said Rick Polak,
Right.
CEO of the American Hospital Association.
Right. So generally, when they talk about our most vulnerable patients, who you think they're talking about? They're talking about the black and brown community.
Right.
That's what they're dealing with, right? We don't really care about that clean energy stuff. Scroll down a little bit. All right, we ain't worried about that right now. But yeah, brothers, come on, holler at me.
Man, it's about to go down. It's about to go down, and everything is gonna be gone from everybody.
Right.
Go to Daniel 2 and verse 5. Watch this. This how the people gonna be feeling right here.
It's the book of Daniel, chapter 2 and verse 5. The king answered and said to the Chaldeans, "The thing is gone from me.
All my money is gone from me." Go ahead.
If ye will not make known unto me the dream with the interpretation thereof, ye shall be cut in pieces, and your houses shall be made a dunghill.
A whole bunch of houses is gonna be made into dunghill.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of houses, because at the end of the day, that's gonna shape a whole lot of things, because a lot of people do illegal stuff with the food stamps anyway.
Right.
Yeah. They take them, sell them. They do stuff like that there. All of that is gonna be over with.
Oh, yeah.
A
It's
whole
not
bunch of houses is gonna be made dunghill. Go ahead, Drew.
It ain't only gonna hurt us though, because it's a lot of Edomites on them food stamps and all that.
Oh, yeah.
The short term is really, really bad, right? The short term effect of this bill. But the long term of it, it's really forcing us to do something, right? I'm always thinking about solutions. So I'm not necessarily afraid of the bill. Like I talk to family members, my mom's terrified. Aunts are terrified. Oh, Trump passed the bill or whatever. But I'm like, all right, well, now we have to do what God said and gather together.
Right.
So, say for instance, they this is probably not going to happen in the next 5 years, right? Let's say the medical industry is damaged or whatever, right? But now that forces us to go into the medical field and build our own.
That's right.
Right? But these things we've always had a problem with doing, because the safety net, safety net of, we could just be lazy and be sustained by the government, right? But that only would happen for a small time, and when they're able to pull it away, look where we at.
Right.
It's always good to be independent.
Yeah.
Right.
And because when you're independent, right? And I know it's easy to say, right? Because it's hard to just go out there and start a business. You do need money. If you don't have it, you got to have at least some credit to go to the bank and get a particular loan. And it's not that easy to get a loan if you a minority, to be honest with you. You got to have everything got to be in place.
Right.
And you got to be able to know the right people to teach you how to go and get a loan that's going to be enough for you to start whatever business you're trying to get into. And then when you get into that business, you got to know what the hell you're doing, or that business is going to fold.
Right.
Right. So again, but these things do happen to us for us to get our minds right.
Yeah.
Right. Give me Hosea 5:15.
Yeah, we
right.
go.
Let me get that, because this is what it is, family. We have to get our minds right. This stuff gonna keep happening. It's gonna keep squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. And you might say, well, Donald Trump only in office for a few more years, and then once the Democrats come in, they're gonna switch it around and
They're gonna make it worse.
no. No, things ain't never going back. Things will never be the same. If y'all ain't never seen New Jack City, man, y'all need to go watch New Jack City, man. when Nino Brown said to G Money, things will never be the same again.
Things will never be the same.
Can never be the same again, G. Go ahead.
Hosea chapter 5, verse 15.
Come
I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face.
Right. Until we acknowledge our offense and seek the Lord's face. He said, I'm going to go and return to my place. Go ahead.
In their affliction.
In their affliction. Because a lot of it, don't think just because a lot of y'all is not on using SNAP or using Medicaid, right? But you're still going to feel the effects of it, because when our people start to have problems, guess what's going to happen? You got the crime rate. You got a lot of things going to be going on.
Yep.
Right? In their affliction, in our affliction, what?
They will seek me early.
They will seek me early, meaning his people, the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, you will be seeking the Lord. I'm telling you. Right. It ain't no way. You ain't going to get through all of this and just act like, we're going to play a video of a brother who thinks he's like a real Republican. He's all caught up in it, like a patriot and all that. Mm-hmm. Even he going to find out, no, that ain't what it is. The Lord said, you going to seek me.
Right.
And look for this word. You know what I mean? Go ahead. You had something, bro?
I got, you got something?
Go ahead.
I want to get Revelations 12:1 real quick.
Go ahead.
I want to show y'all, because God been warning us about these things for a long time, right? And make sure y'all call in too. We all know. I know a family member. I know a few family members, right? They live off the system. They don't want to do any better. They don't want to get a job because they can't get the free access to funds or whatever,
right?
And they live in this is a way of life. How to get Section 8 housing is taught to the children.
Hey, bro, we about to talk about that next. Go ahead, bring it down. Go ahead.
Yeah, all of it. It's like instead of the other nations are teaching their children how to start and run business, economics, so on and so forth. We are learning how to live off the system, right? Now look at the warning that God gave us. Give me Revelations 12:1.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet.
That's wisdom. That's light, right? The woman is read on.
And upon her head a crown of 12 stars.
The woman is Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, right? Now jump over to verse, let's go to 13, right?
Verse 13. And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman.
We live in that. We've been persecuted for hundreds and hundreds of years, right? The dragon is the other nations, Esau, right? Read on.
Which brought forth the man-child.
Which was Christ, read.
And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place.
In the place where it said we are not God's children, right? This is that place where we serve captivity, so on and so forth. Read.
Where she is nourished for a time, and times, and half a time, from the face of the serpent.
Where we are fed, which is nourished for a time. For a time, meaning that serpent wouldn't continue to nourish us. They're going to nourish us for a time. And right now, this is the beginning of them to cut that off.
That's right.
Right? So we've been warned about that. But when you're comfortable in it, you're never going to make no change. It's just part of change.
Right.
Yeah, you in the spirit, bro, because you absolutely 100% right, bro. Like, we learning how to get Section 8. We learning how to get Social Security and living in that thing, and that's what we live for. We living for $800 a month when you can easily get a job and make 3 times that.
Right.
But it's the comfortability of doing nothing.
Right.
It's crazy.
That's like a disease. So in a way, right? When you look at what Trump is doing, it's kind of good.
Yeah, it is.
Kinda. They don't see it yet.
Yeah, they don't see it.
Yeah.
But really, it's kind of good, because what he's trying to do in a roundabout way is trying to make people get up, right? Because if you got to do 20 hours, you're already doing 20 hours. Now you're like, wait a minute, I just made $500 doing 20 hours. Let me see if I could get another job doing 20 hours. Right. Before you know it, you probably be off. Now, again, that's what the thought process will be. But it's deeper than that, y'all, because, again, we're going to get into it a little bit more, right? But a lot of this got something to do with the people stealing money.
Exactly.
Not the people who's receiving it, but the actual agencies. That's why he pulling it back, because he realized, wait a minute, they taking bread. They the ones that stealing the bread. Yeah, you might get a little snap, you getting this, you getting that, but as that money is coming into the coffers of the state, because each state run their own thing. Like, for instance, in California, you got what's the governor name? Gavin Newsom.
Yep.
Gavin Newsom got a lot of money in the Medicaid pot. He started funding everybody, even the so-called illegal immigrants. He was giving them Medicaid, right? Once he did all that, guess what he did with the rest of the bread? Nobody knows.
Pocket.
Gone. You see what I'm saying? So these are the things that's really what Trump looking for. He trying to stop them politicians from taking bread. But everybody else going to get hurt in the meantime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we're going to get into it a little bit deeper. But, hey, bring out number 2, y'all. Bring out number 2. Play from the beginning and then jump to 2 minutes. I'll let y'all know when to jump to 2 minutes. And we're going to talk about Section 8, right? Because talk a little bit about SNAP. We're going to get into it a little bit more, too, about SNAP, about the Medicaid. And now we're going to talk about Section 8. Now, Section 8 is not really talked about in the bill, but obviously it's going to be touched.
Right.
100%. You know it's going to be touched. Whenever y'all ready, bro. All right.
So the future of the Section 8 program is up in the air right now, and a lot of people are worried about it, especially because Donald Trump's one big beautiful bill just recently passed. Now, the bill itself doesn't specifically address Section 8 and mainly focuses on tax cuts and government spending, but it does address programs like Medicaid and food stamps, which a lot of Section 8 tenants are also a part of. The bill puts a lot more responsibility of those programs onto the states, which is exactly what the
Hit pause. So most of the Medicaid programs and all of that, right? The health, it comes from the government itself, the whole federal government. But when it comes to Section 8 and certain other things, it goes by the state. Now, when the state got to handle stuff, you're going to have problems because the state going to say, we ain't got the bread, right? Like, for instance, there's another video that's showing that the states, like if you have foster children and things like that, you're going to be getting more money. Why is that? Because the states make more money. Remember, we did the show on foster kids, child support and all that.
Yeah.
That when you pay into the system, the state actually gets the money as well. So they looking to get more money out of that. They getting bread. But when they got to pay out, that's when it's going to be a problem. But anyway, hey, jump to 2 minutes real quick, y'all.
Appropriations committees addressed their concerns and seemed to strongly disagree with the proposal. The HUD secretary stood 10 toes down for his administration and continued to back it. According to Scott Turner, the Section 8 program is full of waste, fraud, and abuse.
Stop.
Found HUD's rental assistance.
Right. Just bring it back a little bit, all right? And we're going to go. So now Scott Turner, who's the head of HUD, right, underneath Trump, he's saying it's full of waste, fraud, and abuse. So what that mean? That mean they're going to have to do something.
Yeah.
They're going to have to stop it. But they just not doing it now because they know that's going to be a little too much for the people to take, right? But go ahead, hit play, y'all.
HUD secretary stood 10 toes down for his administration and continued to back it. According to Scott Turner, the Section 8 program is full of waste, fraud, and abuse.
Found HUD's rental assistance to be full of waste, fraud, and abuse.
There's a lot of waste, there's a lot of fraud, there's a lot of abuse in our system.
We found that HUD's rental assistance to be full of waste, fraud, and abuse.
But it seems like he's not trying to actually fix the problems, but more so just shift the problem onto the states. And this was also a point that was brought up during his testimony with the Senate Appropriations Committee.
The solution to eliminating all of these services and then rolling them up into a new black grant program, I will assert, Mr. Secretary, will simply shift the burden onto states and counties. States and counties will end up being forced to pick up services for people who will become newly unhoused.
The way that things have been going
Stop,
with
hit pause. So he's saying that once that Section 8, once they start to deal with Section 8, right, start to focus on it and move on it, people are going to become unhoused, right? Because if you don't have enough to, let's say Section 8 is gone from you, how you paying? What rent is going to be available for you to work 20 hours a week and pay rent? It's impossible, right? So they're going to be unhoused. Now what? The state got to pick and find what? They got to take shelter system, this and that. It's going to be a mess.
Right.
Yeah, even the homeowners is going to be affected by it because a lot of these homeowners, they look for people with Section 8 because that's for show money coming in every month.
But I'm glad you said that. This man about to talk about that right now. Hit play.
Shift the burden onto states and counties. States and counties will end up being forced to pick up services for people who will become newly unhoused.
The way that things have been going with our government and Congress under this administration, we never know what will get passed, no matter how ridiculous it may sound. And this proposal was not only ridiculous, but if implemented, it would also be very dangerous. It would not only affect Section 8 tenants and landlords, but everyone, and would eventually lead to the end of the Section 8 program as we know it. And we're about to go over everything that's wrong with their agenda and exactly what it means for the rest of us. Now, first things first, if HUD's agenda were to be implemented, it would definitely lead to higher taxes. Now, despite HUD Secretary Scott Turner's claims,
The president's budget would save billions of taxpayer dollars.
this is just not the case. The federal government wants to cut funding from departments like HUD and add that funding to other departments like the Department of Homeland Security, which would get an extra $43 billion, or the Department of Defense that would get an extra $113 billion, or just to slash taxes for the wealthy.
Hit pause, y'all. Hit pause. So we're gonna get into it, right? Because this is important. Money is gonna be shifted from SNAP, from Medicaid, from Section 8, and going into where? Like he said, Department of Defense, Department of Homeland Security. And why? To do what? To kick people out. Remember, all of this that's going on with the immigration, all of these this bill got something to do. All of these bills and acts, they all have something to do with each other.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it comes back to what? Moving the so-called illegals out. I'm telling you, they doing all of this to get more money into Border Patrol, Department of Homeland Security, and all of that. It ain't, when we see the big beautiful bill and we just talking about SNAP and all that, it ain't that simple. Even with the DEI thing, it ain't that simple. I'm telling you, it's real crazy. Hey, hit play.
Claims.
The president's budget would save billions of taxpayer dollars.
This is just not the case. The federal government wants to cut funding from departments like HUD and add that funding to other departments like the Department of Homeland Security, which would get an extra $43 billion, or the Department of Defense that would get an extra $113 billion, or just to slash taxes for the wealthy. In fact, with the president's one big beautiful bill, the debt ceiling will be raised by about $5 trillion. This country is going more into debt. Taxes are going to go up unless you're a part of the top 1%. But for people like me and most likely you, our taxes aren't going to get cut. This isn't a situation where the federal government is saying, look, since we're cutting federal programs, we're going to cut your federal taxes. No, because that money is going to be used elsewhere on other programs. So if the federal government's plan is to transfer federal programs like Section 8, Medicaid, and food stamps, programs that are extremely expensive to run, if they plan to transfer those to state governments, now guess what? States are going to be underfunded, which will eventually lead to higher state taxes. A lot of states are already strapped for cash and don't have the funds or the wherewithal to just pick up additional programs, especially critical programs that deal with housing, food, and medical. This is going to cost money, and a lot of it. So not only will we lose federal programs and have to pay more in federal taxes, but we'll also gain state programs, which will lead to us paying even more in state taxes. This is going to affect everyone, especially the middle and working class. Now, the biggest difference between voucher programs like Section 8 and programs like SNAP and Medicaid is SNAP and Medicaid are self-dependent programs that are strictly ran by the government, while the Housing Choice Voucher Program, even though it's ran by the government, it depends on partnerships with private landlords in order for the program to run.
Hit pause. Now, this is what Officer Shem was bringing out, that is going to hit the landlords as well, because what? That money come in clockwork. That rent money is always there, right? So now, if that get cut, now they what? Now the landlord is rolling the dice now. You know what I'm saying? He might be in an area where he can't get the people making the top dollar. You know what I'm saying? So he depends on Section 8 to help him pay his mortgage, and so on and so forth, right? But go ahead.
Self-dependent programs that are strictly ran by the government, while the Housing Choice Voucher Program, even though it's ran by the government, it depends on partnerships with private landlords in order for the program to run. And one of the biggest problems with trying to shift the Section 8 program onto the states and implementing stricter eligibility requirements for participants is it's turning landlords away. As a Section 8 landlord, if I'm told that my tenants are only going to be able to receive rental assistance for a maximum of 2 years, this will definitely drive me away from the program. Having voucher holder tenants stay longer at a property is a huge benefit to renting through the Section 8 program as a landlord, because on average, Section 8 tenants stay a lot longer than private tenants. But now you're taking one of our biggest benefits away. Turnover and vacancy expenses is a landlord's biggest expense, and now you're forcing...
Pause. You heard that? So now they're giving a maximum of 2 years. So in them 2 years, they're expecting you to get on your feet and get up out of there, right? And get on your own. You got 2 years with this nice rent. After that, you better have a job and go pay this $3,000 a month.
Yes,
Hey, for real.
And in a perfect situation, put me in a position to where I ain't got to pay rent for 2 years. Well, I'm gonna be stacked up.
Oh man, but I like what you just said, because this is what Trump and them is saying.
Yeah.
If I'm taking this off your board for 2 years, then even if it take you 6-7 months to get a job, right? Let's just say, and now you got a decent job, and you pretending that you really paying like 2 G's a month or whatever the case may be. By the time you done, you're gonna have about 30 racks.
Easy.
Yeah.
And now what? You could even take it a step further. You might be able to buy something.
Easy.
I mean, this is how we have to look at things. Although, okay, it might sound crucial, like you say, family members was nervous and all of that. It might seem crucial, but guess what? We got to be able to look at it differently.
Yeah, yeah.
We got to be able to look at it differently.
Yeah, because all of that funding that they had in them other programs is going right into stuff that's going to further our affliction as a people.
Right.
Y'all got to, and we have to see that. We have to see that ain't nothing good going to come out of this if you sitting on your hands.
Right.
If you sitting back, relaxing and enjoying the ride, it's going to be bad for you. You got to be proactive. And this would give me Isaiah, what is it, 30? Because you trust in oppression.
Right.
The bottom line is that we sit down on these programs and do nothing because we trust in the people that's giving it.
Yeah.
You got
Come
it?
on.
You got it? You don't got it.
Yes.
Okay. Read
Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 12.
Yeah.
Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word.
We despise God's word because what we fail to realize is that everything is in the scriptures. How to structure a nation, how to structure a country, how to structure everything. God showed us how to do that. He told us to work together. Go ahead.
And trust in oppression.
But we trust in oppression. We trust in SNAP. We trust in Medicaid. We trust in Section 8. These are the things we trust in. Go ahead.
And perverseness. And stay thereon.
And you stay there. You want to stay there. You want to be laxed in that. You trust in that wholeheartedly, thinking that stuff going to last forever. But it's not, because look what they doing. They about to snatch it away from us. Come on.
Therefore, this iniquity
this iniquity, what's the iniquity? You trusting in their programs. You trusting into the man, into the devil, into the Edomites. You trusting in their programs and stuff. Right. That's the iniquity. You don't trust in the Lord. You trust in them. Go ahead.
Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant.
You see that? The breaking is about to come suddenly in the instant, and everybody gonna be all over the place. Right. It's gonna be everybody gonna be all over the place. When you can come, get in the scriptures, get ahead of it, work together, and be happy in life.
Right.
Or as happy as you can be. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be a battle regardless.
Yeah.
It's going to be a battle.
For real.
Hey, let me get First Maccabees 8. All right? And
Come on.
And start in verse 12, right? Because this is important what we're looking at, right? We just saw the president and Congress. Remember, it ain't him by himself. He's just putting this up. And then Congress got to say, well, yeah, we with it, right? But I'm going to ask y'all, all y'all voters out there who be voting, did y'all vote for this? I think the answer is no.
Right.
This was never put to a vote. What you did, you put a man in office, and now he's dealing with Congress and bringing things to your doorstep. You ain't have nothing to do with it. But this is what the scriptures tell us. That's why y'all shouldn't be trusting in oppression, trusting in the shadow of Egypt, which is Babylon, America, voting and doing dumb stuff, because the scriptures tell you about this. Watch this. Hey, start in verse 12, right? This is talking about Rome, right? Greece, Rome, when they had their little thing going on, right? When it went from the it's called Greco-Roman, right? But watch this, y'all.
First Maccabees chapter 8 and verse 12.
Yeah.
Come on.
For with their friends and such as relied upon them, they kept amity.
Right, but with their friends. Now, they're talking about their allies that relied upon them, right? You heard that? That's just like all these nations that rely upon the United States. They said rely upon them, they kept amity, meaning they kept a good relationship. Go ahead.
Right.
And that they had conquered kingdoms, both far and nigh, insomuch as all that heard of their name were afraid of them.
Right. That's just like America today. Y'all gonna see what it is. This is the exact same thing as America. Read on.
Also, that whom they would help to a kingdom, those reign, and whom again they displace.
Right. So whoever they would put in power, they would go to another country, put them in power. Then they don't like them no more. They take them out. Same thing what they did in all these countries. Iran, right? Iraq, they had Saddam Hussein. America put him in power. I hope y'all know that. They put him in power. Then when he found out America was full of it, he went against them. They killed him. Back in the day, same thing with Iran. They was cool with Iran. Iran said, "Nah, we doing our own thing." They killed the guy like 2 years ago.
Right.
Now there's another guy there, and they mad at him too, right? Because they going for self now. But that's what America does. If you ain't with them, they're gonna put you to death. Read on.
Finally, that they were greatly exalted.
Go ahead.
Yet for all this, none of them wore a crown, or was clothed in purple, to be magnified thereby.
Right. Meaning that they had no king. So in America, there's no king. Like in England and different places. Oh, King, what was his name? Charles? King Charles and King this, King that. No, that ain't what America's doing. But watch this.
Moreover, how they had made for themselves a Senate house.
How they made for themselves a Senate house. That's what's going on today.
Right.
It was a Senate house where Congress sat in it and said, yes, the big, beautiful bill, that's what we want. Go ahead, read.
Wherein 320 men sat in council daily.
Go ahead.
Consulting always for the people, to the end they might be well ordered.
Right, to the end they might be well ordered, meaning they're consulting for the people. So same thing what they did back in that time, during the time of the Maccabees, is what's going on right now, right? So America is a direct connection to Rome, right? The same exact thing, y'all. That's what y'all got to recognize, the same exact thing, right? This is Esau. This is the Edomites. They're doing the same thing. That what? They're not voting on anything. They're telling the people, this is what we're doing for you. Yep. Read on.
And that they committed their government to one man every year.
That's the president.
Yep.
They committed their government to one man every year. Not every 4 years, but they did it every year. Go ahead.
Who ruled over all their country.
Go ahead.
And that all were obedient to that one.
And all were obedient to that one. So just because you got Democrats and Republicans, they still obedient to the president.
Yeah.
They just bringing up different. They got a Hollywood charade going on. They got they got a damn Broadway play.
Yeah.
Right, trying to pretend like they're against the other one. It's a joke. After they done, they go have it. Go eat some steaks.
Yeah.
And drink. You know what I mean? Read.
And that there was neither envy nor emulation among them.
Meaning what? Now we know that there's envy there, but what they trying to say is that they play the game.
Yep.
They playing the game, and that's what we looking at. So don't think y'all gonna vote y'all way out. Oh, when the Democrats come in, they're gonna take care of us again. We're black and Hispanic. No.
Yep.
You blacks and Hispanics, I'm telling you, the voting game is over. You are Israelites. You're not to do this.
Yeah.
Roll with the Lord. That's what the Lord said. I'm gonna put you through this adversity so you could come check me. You know what I mean? But go ahead, y'all.
Yeah, and they're not going to do that while they trust in the oppression. So
Right.
this is necessary.
Right.
There's nothing you can trust in now. You're going to be forced in your affliction. You're going to seek the Lord early.
Yep.
Right.
And here we are. We here. We here to show you what's going on. Right. Y'all been mad at us the whole time. We've been out there in the streets telling you this is the way. But now you see things falling. We'll be here for the people. We love the people.
Right.
You know, we'll be here for y'all to show you what's going on. And we already started gathering together. You know what I'm saying? So we showing y'all the way. We're not particularly afraid of this thing. I'm not afraid like my family members are afraid. They are terrified. You know, but for I see the bigger picture, right? Things like Section 8, they benefit the give me Mark 3 and 27 real quick. So just so I can give y'all the gist of things that'll fix in our community, right? Because we are a destroyed nation. And if you ever read the Willie Lynch letters, the bishop brought out the Leopold letters. King Leopold. It was saying like the same kind of, it's like this is how you break this nation.
Yep.
Right? So watch this. Mark 3 and 27.
This is Mark chapter 3 and verse 27. No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man.
Ooh, and that's fire, right? You cannot destroy any nation until you destroy the man. You see that?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, A woman's natural state is to be dependent on her man, her husband. He's the fighter. He's the protector. Right. But if there's something a certain entity providing for you where you don't need the man, right? Now you don't have to do what he says.
That's right.
Now you don't have to do your role in the house. You good. You don't need a man. You don't need a man. Now you're independent. It's not like you independent. You're dependent on somebody taking care of you.
Exactly.
But it's not the husband that used to be. So these things are forcing family again. It's going to force family again. Because when my little niece who was raised to get Section 8, she was raised to get food stamps, now has to change her mind and say, well, how am I going to take care of this baby?
Yeah, all of a sudden her baby pops is beautiful again.
Oh yeah, yeah. And that's how it is, and that's a good thing.
Right.
That's a good thing. The short term, that's gonna be dangerous, especially for the old people that's sick or whatever.
Yeah.
That stuff is dangerous. That's gonna be detrimental. But the long run for us is, depending on how you look at it, it's a good thing.
Yeah,
That's
because you gotta remember, they replaced, like you said, they forced the women to replace their husbands with these programs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And now they about to tar and feather these programs.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Come on back. Come home.
Right.
It's nice and warm here.
Yeah. Yeah. No, because they even got certain programs where a woman can go and say, I was brutalized. Right? And nothing happened to her. They don't ask you who did it, where's the police report, nothing. So you can go and just say anything. Oh, I was beat up. Were you in the hospital? I was. No hospital report, nothing. And then they find them housing. And then put them, with all of this, SNAP and this and that, and get them set up. Now, with all of this, now they got to start thinking, maybe I got to behave myself.
Yeah.
Oh, you have
know what
to.
I mean? Let me behave. I can't just run out now.
Yeah.
Because I got to actually be a woman right now. And this is not about women who's actually being abused. We have to say that, because then somebody going to say, oh, you thinking it. No, we're talking about women who are trying to abuse the system.
Yes.
That's what we're doing. And we're not just saying only women abuse it. Everybody's abusing the system. We have to say that, because then people are going to start getting upset. But we just speaking on one particular thing now, how the system creates that type of mentality in a woman. That's the point.
Right. The same way the six, they say, well, you got 2 years now,
right,
to get your Section 8, right? The mindset shift. If I got 2 years, like Officer Shim said, I know I better stack that bread. I better stack that bread, because I can't live on this, right? So the mindset will now change in the brothers and sisters that's abusing these things. You say, you know what? I just can't disrespect my family and leave out, because this little safety net is only here for a temporary time.
Right.
So you got to make long-term decisions now.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're thinking different.
Yeah. And that's what it's supposed to. It was always supposed to be like that, a family affair.
That's the cure. The cure is a family.
Yep.
The cure is the family. And once that's back, we can start making moves, because without family, the white family's still intact. Chinese family's still intact, right? Indian family's still intact. Arab family's intact. We the only nation where family is completely destroyed.
Right.
It's completely destroyed. Most of the children in the neighborhood come from single parent households.
Yep.
Most of them. If you have a mother and a father in the house, you are in the minority in your neighborhood. They talk bad about you for having a mom and dad.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But that's not the norm. We all supposed to have that. That's like everybody's supposed to have a left hand and a right hand. You know what I'm saying? That's normal. But if everybody walking around here with one hand, that's odd. That's the odd thing. You know? Give me Isaiah 32 real quick.
Yes.
Give me Isaiah 32. Isaiah 32 and I want 1 and 2.
Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 1. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment.
That's coming back, right? Kings and princes, those are men, read.
And a man shall be as in hiding place from the wind.
So guess what? Just like your house is if it's really, really cold outside, it's 2 below. You can go in your house and warm up there, right? A man gonna be like that. A husband gonna be like that, right? Read on.
And a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place,
Right.
as the shadow of a rock, of a great rock in a weary
A
land.
real hot day, right? You're gonna need some shade. A husband gonna be like that. Keep you from dying, and that's what we're getting back to. We're getting back to that. I hate that it's going through these drastic, because you look on I see on YouTube women still debating, well, we'll get right when the man do this, and then you got the men on the other side of the panel saying, well, women need to do this, that, and the third. None of them talking about family. None of them talking. They all talking about foolishness. They popping balloons, talking about
still talking about dating.
Yeah, dating, and I didn't like her because how she was standing. That's you know what I'm saying? I don't care how this woman's standing. Can she cook? Can she clean? Do she like children? Is she able to raise children? That's her natural role.
Right.
And you so worried about this brother's pants, how he came in with those tan pants on. But a man's natural role is to fight, be strong,
right,
provide for the family. They not even asking those questions.
Nah. They saying what kind of sneakers he wearing.
Right.
Yeah.
You got on them old Adidas?
Boom! Yeah. Balloon.
Pop
go.
this balloon.
Yo.
This man truly does not fear God. Look what he wearing on his feet.
Boy, ain't no way. Boy.
Yo.
Hey,
it's
man.
crazy.
Ain't no way,
Hey, real quick. Is anybody waiting to jump in here? Huh? Now, okay. See, now we open the lines. People, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't make it up. Before everybody talking crazy, now nobody want to call. They don't want no parts of it. But all praises.
Yeah.
All praises. Hey, real quick, give me Jeremiah 29, y'all. Jeremiah 29. Yo, I'm shocked. I thought people was gonna be wanting to call in and say something. Now ain't nobody saying nothing.
I shouldn't have warned them that we was gonna put hands on.
Yeah, see, that was messed up. We not putting. Hey, listen, the phone lines is not open for drama. The phone lines come if y'all just want to, speak about the topic or whatever. You know what I mean? We're just trying to let y'all know whatever, because there be a couple of scoffers in there every week. We don't ever say nothing to them, but if they feel like they wanted to get it on, then
Yeah, if they
then
wanted
yeah,
to get
no
in there,
problem.
The hammer's behind my back.
Yeah.
I won't hit you with it.
Yeah, give me 29 and 4. Start there.
Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, unto all that are carried away captives, whom I have caused to be carried away from Jerusalem unto Babylon.
Right, unto Babylon. So it's talking about, so now in the historical context, it's talking about ancient Babylon, right? In prophetical context, it's talking about this time now, in modern day Babylon, right? Go ahead.
Build ye houses.
Build ye houses. This is what the Lord said. Build ye houses, right? Now, we know we're not building houses like back in the days, but he's talking about, go ahead, get houses, right?
Yeah.
We're going to get to something. Read on.
Build ye houses, and dwell in them.
Go ahead.
And plant gardens.
Come on.
And eat the fruit of them.
Go ahead.
Take ye wives.
Take ye wives, man.
Mm-hmm.
Not dates.
Right, bring it out.
Yeah, not dates. That's the problem. Yo, we want some dates. We want a good date. I don't like your makeup. No, you have too much makeup. I can't. No. Not asking no real questions. Right? Take ye wives. Go ahead.
And beget sons and daughters.
And have children. Go ahead.
And take wives for your sons.
You see this? This is the nation being built.
Right.
That's what we're supposed to be doing. It's not about, oh, I'm going to lay with this one. Okay, nah, her sandals ain't right. Oh, let me get with her. Oh, she don't wear the red bottoms. That means she ain't getting no bread.
Yeah.
And I ain't giving her none of my bread, so she's gone. Boom. And you keep playing games and date. No. This says take ye wives for your sons and give your daughters to husbands. Go ahead.
And give your daughters to husbands.
Go ahead.
That they may bear sons and daughters.
Right, grandchildren and so on and so forth. Go ahead.
That ye may be increased there.
Be increased there. Go ahead.
And not diminished.
And not diminished. Right? So we're not supposed to be worried about all this what's going on. Of course, y'all going to have some worry because, of course, there is going to be some impact on life, right? There's going to be hard times. But in the Lord, we're going to find safety. That's what it said in the scriptures in Isaiah 32, right?
Right. So, yeah, the Lord is calling us to manhood, nationhood. You know what I'm saying? Before, give me Exodus 16. Right? And each captivity is the same. Each captivity is the same. So we go into the Egyptian captivity real quick, right? So watch this. We go Exodus 16, and we'll start at 1.
Exodus chapter 16, verse 1.
Come on.
And they took their journey from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came unto the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 5th day of the 2nd month, after their departing out of the land of Egypt.
So we just departed out of the land of Egypt. We just departed. We was in serious oppression there, right? But in that oppression, look what we still had. Read on.
And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. And the children of Israel said unto them, Would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt.
We would have rather died in Egypt, where our oppressors was. Read on.
When we sat by the flesh pots.
We were fed. We were fed there, right? It was flesh pots there, meaning all kind of meats. Read.
And when we did eat bread to the full.
We had full bread. We had Section 8 food stamps. Basket was full. We had that in oppression. Read.
For ye have brought us forth into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger.
Now we hungry. Now we got to get our food ourselves. Now we got to trust in the Lord. We would rather go back to the oppression than that. Now here we are in the beginning of stages of that again. You know what I'm saying? To where it's very comfortable. It say we was children during this time. You know, but now it's time to grow up as a nation. It's nation time. It's man time. It's time for us to get our stuff together. Like we've just read in Jeremiah 29, build houses, right? Regardless of the assistance that's given by your oppressor, we still got to build, right?
Right.
Get married, right? We still got to get married and have families, regardless of the assistance that's had or not. We got to plant garden. We got to make sure our children get married, meaning we got to teach that to them.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And we got to seek the peace of the city, whether, you know what I'm saying, whatever's going on. We're not declaring war on the city.
No.
Right? We're going to do the best we can here while we have opportunity to build, because it's not always going to be there.
All
Yep,
praises.
and all we going to have is one another. Give me Zephaniah 2:1.
That's the one.
Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1.
There goes some solution right here.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
God, the Most High is telling us to gather together. Why? Because we the nation is not desired. We the ones that's sucking off the paps of America. Yep. We the ones that's being bird fed by the enemy. We the ones trusting in that. Go ahead.
Before the decree bring forth.
Before the decree is coming. The big bill is being passed. The decree is coming to where, hey, get with it or get lost.
Right.
Because one thing's for sure and two things for certain. We're going to take care of ours.
For sure.
Right. We going to
That's
give
right.
me Acts 4:34. The Lord got a system set up for us. We just got to buy into the system and make it happen. Scriptures say the kingdom is within us. It's within you.
Right.
Excuse me. Read that.
Right.
Acts chapter 4 verse 34.
Watch what happens when we gather together. We just read about gathering ourselves together because we the nation not desired. Watch the power that we have when gathered together.
Neither was there any among them that lacked.
You see that when we gather together, there will be none of us that lack.
Right.
Come on.
It ain't gonna be none that's gonna be down on the ground. Why? Because we gonna roll together as one, as a unit. Go ahead.
Right.
For as many as were possessors of lands or
So
houses.
guess what? It's gonna be people that have it, and we all gonna put that stuff together to take care of the people that don't.
Yeah.
But we ain't taking care of no Negroes or no spits. We taking care of the people that come back to the Lord. That's the
right.
stipulation.
Right.
Go ahead.
Sold them and brought the prices of the things that were sold.
You see the power of unity, the power of coming together. We take what we have and put it in one pot, and everybody eats.
Yeah.
Everybody eats.
Right.
Because you got to remember, we the number one consumers on the planet.
Right.
They making us hold our money back. This is a good thing.
Yeah.
That's
100%.
government inside of a government.
This is a good
100%.
thing. They hold back thy bread.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, you said there's a caller? All right. So, so for all of y'all, I think people having a hard time seeing the number. Just look at the top of the screen. Look at the top of the screen. It's right
now
up
I
there,
see
y'all.
it.
Yeah. Oh, now
It's
I
been
see
there
it.
the whole time?
Yeah. Come on. Yo.
Come on.
For real. It's right in the top of the screen, y'all, all right? So if y'all watching on your phone, y'all better enlarge that thing, man.
Turn it sideways.
Yeah, right. Turn that thing sideways.
You know what that's going to eliminate too? You know how the Section 8, we talking about the women that lay up on it, but what about the men that lay up on the woman that's on
No,
that? You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you hit that.
Yeah, that's a hustle. What dude said, post up and
he
never
gonna post
leave?
up and never leave.
Yeah,
She got that Section 8.
yeah, all I got to bring her is $100 a month.
Yep.
You know, and I get to do my little hustle. I get to do
Make
all, you know
dilly burgers.
I ain't never really got to get no real job. I just got
Nope.
I got the chick around the corner on the Section 8.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? She good with my little 50, and she got like 3 or 4 of me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it's whoremongering going on. This is gonna fix all that.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Fix it all.
We have to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have to learn.
Either that or they're gonna be dwelling in booths until it's time to go.
But that's gonna be a real thing too. That's
sure.
a real thing too. Hey, yo, go ahead. Hey, bring that call on.
Shalom, family. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
Loud and clear.
Shalom.
What's going on?
What's going on? What you got for
I
us?
have a statement and a question. In the city that I live in, they're finding ways to try to do away with HUD housing and low-income based housing, even though they just started building these houses in the community. But I live in one of them little ritzy parts of town where, you know what I'm saying, it's more of a it's more structured towards people with a lot of money.
Right.
So last year it was probably like 6 homeless people in the area. It's like they knew who they were.
Right.
Then they started building all these low-income apartments and stuff. Now you can see in the Walmart, they locking stuff up. They didn't change the structure so where they can really see people and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So it's only been a year. And now they're trying to find a way to do away with this low-income housing, these structures, these buildings and stuff. So now they raising the rent. They didn't raise the percentage on the income-based housing.
Yeah.
Like they're doing a lot of stuff. So Trump's order kicked in before he signed that bill.
Yeah, that's that gentrification though. You know what I mean? And that's part of the game as well, right? To come in, destroy the place, lower the value, and then slide in there, buy everything, and then start switching up.
Yeah.
But just like you talked about Walmart, the same thing like in Target and all these stores, what they did, they in them same areas, they started to remove the self-checkout.
Yeah.
Because people was just running about it.
Yep.
People was just taking stuff and bouncing. So now they removing that to put more cashiers in there. Because remember, before they was trying to save money and not hire people.
Yeah.
Now they lost so much money, they got to hire people.
Yeah. It
Right? they got to pay the salary regardless. So they got to mess around and pay 4 more salaries just because they lost all that money trying to take away salaries. Right? And
That's crazy you say.
Right.
Because they did a $6 billion makeover in the Walmart by my house.
Man.
And they moved the self-checkout from by the doors over to the other end of the store.
Yep.
So where the liquor and stuff used to be, that's where the self-checkout is now. And you got to walk all the way through the store to get to the door to get out.
Right.
So, yeah, it's crazy that you said that because but $6 billion, y'all remodeled the store, $6 billion, and y'all worry about somebody stealing something?
Exactly.
I seen somebody getting hemmed up in Walmart, 2 days, Sunday.
Oh, they trying to take something?
Yeah, they was up in there stealing.
Mm-hmm.
You got to stop that stealing.
Yeah, because
You
before they was letting you walk out the store with stuff.
Yeah.
Now that's done. Trump is in office. Now you getting beat up.
Yeah.
Now you getting beat all the way
Hands
up.
on you. Let's get that Ephesians 4.
Yeah.
Ephesians 4:22.
Thank you, caller. Thank you.
You said you had something else?
No, that's it. Shalom.
All right. Shalom, sis. Thank you.
28.
Ephesians chapter 4, verse 28. Let him that stole steal no more.
Stop stealing. You ain't gonna get hemmed up. What's the solution? What does God say the solution is? Read.
But rather let him labor, working with his hands, the thing which is good, that he may have to give to him that needeth.
So you can help other brothers out that's on hard times. We think money is for us to ball out. That's not the purpose for your money. when you are government within the government. The same. We laid the all our extra at the apostles' feet so we could deal government wise. You know what I'm saying? So we can help the nation.
Yeah,
We're supposed to stop the stealing.
to defend one another.
Yeah.
That's what it was for. Our money was to defend one another. Get that in Ecclesiastes right quick, Matthias, about the money. Judah 100% right. Our money wasn't meant for us to just squander it and ball out and whips and chains and and
The new
gold
whips and
fronts and oh man, look, money was made for this. Go ahead.
Come on.
Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse
Come on.
verse 7.
Hit that button again. Come on.
Come on.
There.
Verse 7.
Do it
Man,
again.
eyes is bad. He don't know where the scriptures is at. He gonna get fired.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 12. For wisdom is a defense.
Wisdom is a defense.
Mhm.
But the laws of God is a defense, according to Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 5. Go ahead.
And money is a defense.
And money is made to defend.
Right.
It's made to be on the defense. See, a lot of y'all like to be on the offense with your money, and then you be broke.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't. That's not what it was made for. Our money was made for us to work and to help one another.
Right.
Why? Because we deep in captivity,
Mhm.
knee deep in it.
Yep.
And if one of us broke, we all broke.
For sure.
You
Yep,
know,
real talk.
we can't think broke. Broke is a mindset. You
Stop
know,
it.
you can have
Get some help.
you could be on hard times, but broke is a mindset. Broke is lay on Section 8 and stay on Section 8.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's called broken. That's when you broken.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, bring up number 9 real quick, y'all. Bring up number 9. There's a couple other pieces of this bill. It's a lot of stuff in the bill we didn't touch yet. We're about to go touch it a little bit more. All right, it ain't just those two. We picked those two because that's gonna be the most, things that we know our people
Yeah, we
right
can
away
see
is
it.
gonna see.
Yeah, they're gonna feel that immediately.
Oh yeah,
That's the
100%.
thing. That's the thing. You ain't gonna be able to hold your bread to buy eyelashes no more, sister.
Oh
Oh
damn.
yeah.
No
you ain't gonna
eyelashes.
be able to hold your bread.
None of them
to-
umbrellas.
Yeah, no.
That
You
gotta
can't,
go
you
to the
ain't gonna be
rent.
able to hold your bread to go buy you a new hair weave for Wednesday.
Oh man. Hey yo, I want the one that says the breakdown of Trump's OBBA, not the video, but just the actual text, the wording. It's right under the number 9, y'all. Yeah, man. We're gonna have to and again, like we're gonna mess around and find out that this is a good thing. A lot of times what they say, hard times bring about what?
Strong men.
Yeah.
Strong men,
Yep.
right? And that's what's gonna happen.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah, because there's a lot of weak men out there. Right?
Men gonna be fine gold again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real talk. All right, so check this out, y'all. Right? So we know what the bill is. We're gonna scroll down. Go the tax cuts. Scroll down. Oh, wait. You see where it says Chicago Crusaders article? Just don't click on it, but just read it. Read it across. Get me out the way.
The Chicago Crusaders article, Criticism and Outlook. Critics, including Representative Danny Davis, labeled the bill as Robin Hood in reverse.
Robin Hood in reverse. Because before you used to take from the rich and give to the poor.
Snap.
Now they say you're going to take from the poor and give to the rich. Go ahead.
Accusing it of benefiting the rich at the expense of the poor and marginalized.
Uh-huh.
Civil rights advocates warn of lasting damage to African American communities. The bill's fate now rests with the House, where it is expected to face intense debate and scrutiny.
Now, this is before it actually got passed. It ain't no scrutiny. It's over. It's passed, right? But look what it says. It says that it's going to damage the African-American community, right? Back in the early 1900s when we had all our own, we're going to say Black Wall Street, right? But there was a lot of Black Wall Streets. It wasn't just Tulsa, right? You had different places. You had in the Carolinas.
Seneca Village.
You had Seneca Village in New York. You had a lot of different places, and Black communities were thriving. We didn't give a damn what was going on with Medicaid.
Exactly.
If it even existed during that time. SNAP and all that, nobody gave a damn because our communities were thriving. Why can't we get back to that with all of this education, with all of this talent and gift we have? We can't get back to it. Why? Because what? Esau's on our neck.
Yeah.
The Lord got Esau on our neck to come back to the Lord.
Yeah.
That's what y'all got to understand. That's why that stuff ain't never lasting in America. The Most High don't want us to get too big here.
Mm-hmm.
He don't want us getting big here. He wants us to come back to him, and then the new Jerusalem is going to arrive.
Yeah.
All right? But go ahead, read on.
Medicaid overhaul cuts up to $1 trillion, introduces 80-hour month work requirements for adults.
Right, we know about that part. All right, now I want you to jump to student loans.
Student loans, eliminates subsidized loans,
Ah.
caps borrowing.
Go ahead.
Removes deferment options.
Deferment options. Go ahead.
Hitting graduate and parent borrowers.
Stop right there. Now, a lot of our kids are in school. They're becoming lawyers, doctors, where they got to go to post-grad, right? Now it's putting a cap on borrowing. To become a doctor, what you need about 600,000, 500,000, 400,000, unless you get, unless you had an academic scholarship in college, undergrad. And then if you're going for medical, now in medical school in some places, if you score in a high enough bracket, they'll send you to medical school for free, right? So let's say if you're one of those few, okay, cool. But if you're not and you're normal, then your loans go in excess of 600,000, 500,000. I heard the cap is like 200 and change. So where's the rest of the bread coming from? These are the things that's going to affect our people.
Yeah.
We don't have even in our college funds that we save for our kids, we don't have $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 for them to go to school. And even if we paid only for undergrad and we say, okay, y'all got the rest, they won't even be able to get it. This is what we're dealing with, right? Go ahead.
Education and energy, expands schools vouchers, cuts Pell Grants.
So all of y'all know about Pell Grants, right? When y'all go to school, y'all wanted them Pell Grants, right? You get them and you ain't got to pay it back. Now it's going to cut Pell Grants. So now you can't barely get the loan, and now it's cutting the Pell Grant, so you can't even get that free money, right? Go ahead.
And rolls back renewable energy tax credits.
Go ahead. Now look at this next one.
Immigration and ICE, massive funding boost to ICE and deportation infrastructure.
Right. So that's what we want to get to. Look at that.
Look at that.
Now we got immigration. Listen, the big, beautiful bill is enhancing the deportation infrastructure.
Hey, what was that? 143 billion, right?
Oh, man. And probably more, because that's just the Department of Homeland Security. What about the other organizations that's going to be helping in patrolling the border?
Damn.
So you talking about crazy bread, right? This is what we talking about, family. I'm gonna send y'all a video right now. Hold on, because I didn't have that in the. Hey, you said we had a caller. All right, bring that caller on.
Bring him in.
Bring him in.
Talk to us nice.
Talk to him. Yo,
is they on? Give me some. Show me a sign.
Yeah, don't be afraid, Israel. We gonna make it through this, man. We've been surviving for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, man. We gonna be all right.
Yep. Caller, they said you need to hit *6. Once you hit *6, you're gonna be in.
Yep. Hey, you right, man, Officer Judah. We gonna get through it.
Right.
Now everybody's favorite scripture gonna be this. Give me give me Sirach 29 and verse 21. Yeah. Come on, read that.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 29.
While we waiting on our guests.
And verse 21. The chief things for life is water and bread and clothing and a house to cover shame.
Everybody gonna be on that. You ain't gonna have much money to be just squandering. You gonna worry about the cheap things in life and use the rest of your money for a defense.
Right.
Because you gonna need it.
Yeah. Real
You
talk.
don't have no time to be doing all of the other stuff.
Yeah.
Is the guest on?
They about to bring the caller on now. Don't call it a guest. They're going to think the guy showed up. You know what I mean?
Oh, I mean the caller?
Yeah.
The live
They
caller.
on.
They on? Hey, shalom.
I ain't hear nothing.
You there, caller?
I don't know. Something going on with the
Caller?
All right, look like they're having a little problem with the caller. Hey, check the class content, right? And look at that last video I posted. All right, it's right under number 12. All right. Get that thing up there because we talking about immigration and ICE and all of that, right? So ICE was running through L.A. Remember a few weeks ago we had the sister on here, right? The professor, and she came on right at the time when all of the stuff was going on in L.A. and ICE was running down on Issachar down there, right? And for people who watching for the first time, we talking about the so-called Mexicans, right? Their tribe is Issachar of the nation of Israel, right? And also any other so-called illegals that were in Southern California. They were down there rushing them and trying to get them out of there. And there was big protests and all that going on, right? So ICE decided to show up in New York and go to Brooklyn. All right, y'all got to see this because it's a little bit funny. It's a little bit funny. Y'all got that? All right, go ahead. Hit play.
Haitians are always on the right side of history. I don't care what nobody say. So you telling me that ICE came to Brooklyn, specifically Little Haiti, Flatbush, kote all Haitians you leave? I guess ICE was trying to detain the Haitians over there, and the Haitians were not going for it. I think that people forget that we were the first ones to be freed. My people got a taste of slavery and said, we can't do this. Wrap this up by tonight.
All right, y'all. Yo, hit pause. So ICE went to Brooklyn to get the tribe of Levi. They said, we're going to go get the tribe of Levi. We're going to grab up some Haitians. As you can see, this brother here, who's a police officer, is under much pressure. Right? To be honest with you, when I seen it, I was shocked that ICE actually went to New York and tried to go in Brooklyn to do that because this is the only thing that was going to happen. I'm being honest with y'all. This is the only result of it. You was not going to go in there and be in the midst of people talking about, oh, yeah, come with me. This is ICE. You're going with us. No. Hit play, y'all. They asking this man, where you really going right now? Who you taking on right now?
Y'all, I just saw a crazy fucking video. Apparently, ICE agents thought that they was about to come to Brooklyn to just go ahead and snatch up some Haitian people like they've been doing to Mexican people. Y'all got to see the video. The Haitian people was whooping they. So,
hit pause. So what they did, y'all, I think that came out last Thursday or something like that, right? They pulled down all the videos of ICE in Brooklyn getting beat up. So ICE went to Brooklyn, tried to snatch up the Haitians, the so-called Haitians, who was the tribe of Levi, and was getting brutalized. Thrown around, beat up. Many people recorded it. They posted it on YouTube. It was already taken down on TikTok, taken down on Instagram, taken down. They was quick with that. Why? Because they don't want to give ideas to none of the other people that they're going to be rushing. Right? And we not saying to fight the authorities, right? Because obviously they're going to look back on the camera. They're going to find out where you was at. They're going to follow you. Even if it take a couple of months, they're going to get to you, right? And they're going to arrest you. But this is what's going on. You're going to have a situation like this where people is going to fight. Not everybody going to give up, all right? That's all on that. We don't need no more of that because they don't actually have the actual video of the thing actually going on. But that was the commentary. By the time I saw it, they had stripped all the videos already.
Yeah. They don't want to give nobody no ideas.
Exactly.
Yeah, one revolt lead to another one.
Right.
You know, and it's always been like that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know? What Benjamin? They revolted. I think one of the first tribes to revolt.
Yeah,
you know, and
Levi was the very first.
Yeah.
Levi was the very first with Toussaint Louverture.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And they got their freedom first.
Yeah.
So that's what the sister was talking about. That she said the Haitians always on the right side of history.
Yeah.
They took Napoleon and them to war so bad that Napoleon said that's hell over there. He got up out of there. He said that's hell. I got to get up out of here. They took him to school.
Yeah.
You know, the spirit of the Maccabees came back on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like hey, we got to take that down for anybody else get any ideas.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Hey, bring back up that other thing we was looking at before, number 9, with the breakdown of ICE and all that. Of all of the All right, scroll down. Okay, no. Where you going? Right. Well, come on, y'all. They don't even know where they was at. Right there.
Come on, y'all.
Scroll up
a little.
Right there. Just stay right there. Read that, bro.
Effects on African Americans. Medicaid reductions. Black Americans comprise 20% of Medicaid enrollees. Sorry?
Comprise.
Black Americans comprise 20% of Medicaid enrollees, yet only 14% of the population. Cuts plus work mandates could strip coverage from millions.
Right, but this is important because Officer Judah brought it out earlier that not only our people is on it, right? Now, if you look at how it's going to affect the Northern Kingdom, right, it's probably around the same, right? About 20% or so, probably somewhere in that area. So that leaves up another, what, 60%? Who getting that? That's probably Esau.
Yes.
Right? All in them trailer parks and some of them not even in the trailer parks. And I'm gonna tell y'all in New York, right? Amalek in New York, in Brooklyn, right? They're illegals as well. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I was telling y'all this a few weeks back. A lot of the Edomites is illegal in New York. They're not rushing them. They trying to come and take away Levi and take away Benjamin and all that. And soon they're gonna be chasing down Simeon and all that. That's what they're gonna do, right? But really, they be on Section 8. They on food stamps. I'm talking about everything you could imagine. We talking about Amalek. You expecting them to have that bread, they milking the system. Then after a while, they go change their name. Anybody in New York who know what I'm talking, they know what I'm talking about. They go change their name a little bit and come back and get it again. Yo, it's not a game.
Damn.
They got the game mastered.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So we got to still think. So, but as a whole now, so imagine, so you got our people that's not getting it. Then you got Esau who ain't getting it. So what? What we talking about? We talking about some problems in America.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
B, CBO estimates suggest 11.8 million people may lose insurance nationwide.
Damn.
Right. Go down to student loan access.
Number 3, student loan access. A, black borrowers hold higher average student debt with tighter caps and the removal of protections like income-based repayment.
Stop right there. Now, this has been the talk a lot even before all this came out, right? When you had Kevin Samuels talking with the sisters that were calling or whatever, and they would be saying all about their education and everything. And he would bring up, okay, you do have that education, but when you get with your husband now, he got to take on all your student debt because we already know that y'all are the highest borrowers of money to go to school, and you're not paying the money back.
Right.
So this way, now you got high debt. So you see what they doing to our people. Even when you get into education now, you got to deal with this debt.
Yeah.
So no matter what, you locked in. You see what I'm saying? And now there won't be any protections based on your income. Whereas before they say, okay, well, I know your job, you're supposed to be making 150, but right now you're only getting 80, so pay us this. Now it's no, pay us this. We don't give a damn. Go ahead, read.
Access to education and long-term wealth building suffer.
Right, long-term wealth building, right? Whereas before, you could, you pay off your student debt, or if it's already taken care of, forgiven or whatever. Now you can start stacking and build for the future. You got problems. Scroll.
Government gonna be like Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Right there, y'all. Right there.
Number 4, worsening wealth gap. A, tax breaks disproportionately benefit wealthier, predominantly white households that hold corporate stock and inheritances.
Right. So predominantly white house. Please move me out the way, y'all. Predominantly white households that hold corporate stock and inheritance. What is going to benefit them? Why? Because those tax breaks, they're going to be able to do what? Invest more. Go ahead. Go to the next one.
B, repealing the estate tax deepens racial inequality. Inherited wealth remains concentrated in white families. Number 5, undermines public education and environmental justice.
Go ahead.
A, diverting funds into vouchers diverts resources from public schools, which black students predominantly attend.
Right. So now our kids is going to be suffering now because what? Public school is going to be losing even more money.
Yeah.
Even more. But stay right there. Why y'all scrolling? Stay right there. Go ahead.
B, rolling back clean energy funding worsens pollution in majority black areas
Damn.
are already facing environmental hazards.
Can't make it up, yo.
Damn. That's crazy. That is wild.
Why y'all staying quiet?
In black areas, man.
Hey, let me get 2 Maccabee 7. Right? Because now it's talking about the education, right? Family. A lot of times we doing homeschooling now, right?
Yeah.
Homeschooling is a great thing. There is some issues with it, right? Because we sometimes worry about our kids not being able to socialize with other kids, right? And getting that social part. And you know, kids need to socialize with each other, right? But there's certain of the homeschooling programs where they get with the kids at some point, like they'll go on trips, they'll get together, so on and so forth, right? Because they need that socialization. But the fact is, we need to be teaching our kids, because look what's going on in there now. The more it's getting worse and worse and worse. Your kids just going to school and learn how to be a terrorist. Like, well, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
All right. But go ahead. I want to show y'all something.
2 Maccabees chapter 7, verse 26.
Okay.
And when he had exhorted her with many words, she promised him that she would counsel her son.
Right. So this is the sister that all her sons were getting put to death. Right. And she sat there. She endured it. But I want to get something out of here in 27. Go ahead.
But she bowing herself toward him, laughing the cruel tyrant to scorn, spake in her country language on this manner. O my son, have pity upon me that bare thee 9 months in my womb, and gave thee suck 3 years, and nourished thee, and brought thee up unto this age, and endured the troubles of education.
And endured the troubles of education, meaning that we got to educate our children. It's not going to be easy. Right. A lot of us want to have easy time. Oh, my kids go to school. Once they come home, I ain't got nothing to teach them no more. That's the teacher's job. That's not the teacher's job. That's not the teacher's job. The whole thing about school was to separate us from our children. You got to understand the whole game. First, it was we had a family. The wife stayed home. The husband went out and worked, brought home the food, and she's with the child raising them. Then they realized, you know what? This ain't good enough. We need to really break this family apart, right? So now all those different systems came in, split the family up. Guess what? Took the kid and put him in a school now. Now they got control over the child. And that child's from a broken home. And then when the child gets home, nobody's teaching them nothing. That's why I was talking about the troubles of education. We got to take time. It's not going to be easy.
Damn.
You come home from work, you tired and all of that. Hey, yo, sit down. Let me see what you got. Let me see your homework. Okay, yeah. But let me show you something now. Boom, this is what it is. Boom, 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 boom. Constantly teaching. That's what the Bible tells us. We got to teach our children the troubles of education. It's not going to be easy. Nothing going to be easy, y'all. Y'all want easy life. That's not what life is about. Some of us got a so-called easy life. Hey, that was just a blessing. But that ain't really how life is. Right. That ain't really how life is. You had something? Y'all want to bring something up?
Yeah, let me get Nehemiah 4 and 6.
All right.
Right, because we're talking about building now. We're talking about the comfortable lifestyle being taken away, right? The same way when we was in the wilderness, now we got to walk. We don't have the flesh pots or whatever. We got to go get our food. We got to trust in the Lord. We got to trust in the nation, right? So look what's going on when we built the wall. Read.
Nehemiah chapter 4 and verse 6. So built we the wall, and all the wall was joined together unto the half thereof. For the people had a mind to work.
Right, so that's not easy. The people had a mind to do. The people had a mind to work, and that's what we got to get back to, right? The troubles of education, so on and so forth. And it's going to be a hard thing. It's going to be a hard thing, man. If I could, I would have my wife stay at home if I could.
Right.
But it's the way they make the system right now, it's almost impossible. You can do it. You can do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's very, very hard. You're going to have to sacrifice some things, So, man, we gotta endure that hardness.
Exactly.
Yep. Homeschool ain't easy.
No,
it's
that's not even
easy. It's not easy at all.
Think about it. When you're doing homeschooling, you enduring the troubles of education.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
Because you literally are the teacher. Because even though they got some teacher there, the kids might wander off. They don't care. Them kids, yeah.
That's what they doing.
They going to wander the hell off. Like, the teacher ain't looking at me right now. Let me slide over here and play with this toy. Like, no, you got to be, hey, get your ass in front of that teacher. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got to be on it. Hey, y'all, play, there's a video, number 7. Play that real quick. Play that real quick. And if anybody want to call in, look at the top of y'all screen. I know it looks small. Y'all might think that's just something saying follow us. No, that's an actual call-in number with the meeting ID.
Yeah.
All right, y'all call in. Y'all could say whatever y'all want. Y'all got a statement on what we talking about tonight, or you got some questions or whatever the case may be, y'all can call in, right? We ain't always going to be able to do this, but tonight we had the opportunity. So, hey, this is y'all time if y'all want to call in and speak.
When we take away coverage to these people, when we say we're not going to provide SNAP benefits, I mean, we're doing just extreme harm to families throughout my district, and it's going to just hit rock bottom. I mean, we're going to see a collapse in our health system in New Jersey big time. And I must say, it's not just Democratic districts that are going to lose, Medicaid coverage. I have 3 Republicans in New Jersey, which one of them have more Medicaid recipients than I do in my district. And so this is going to be a large failure for many states, but specifically for New Jersey, where we're going to see federally qualified health centers have to close their doors. We're going to see urgent cares have to close their doors. Wow. I mean, it's going to be crazy. And it's cruel. Like, why are we doing this? Yeah. Like, why?
Hello, welcome to... Yeah, they doing it because the Lord said for them to do it.
Right. Yeah.
The Lord told Donald Trump to do it. Y'all got to understand that, man. Give me that thing in Daniel real quick, man. Give me that thing in Daniel. You know what I want, right? Pull that thing, man. Because what happens is that y'all thinking that that the Lord is not involved in all this. The Lord is involved in all this. He put Trump in office. I know y'all. A lot of y'all who might be watching for the first time, or y'all new to the Israelites and new to learning the Bible, you don't understand that every president, every leader all over the world is put in place by the Lord. And you might be saying, but that don't make no sense because everything is foul and terrible. Yeah. Something like that. Go ahead, bro.
Daniel chapter 4 and verse 17.
Come on.
This matter is by the decree of the watchers.
Go ahead.
And the demand by the word of the holy ones to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
Right, that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. It's the Most High that's ruling in the kingdom. He's putting his pieces. See, what y'all don't understand, the Most High plays with all of his toys. All of them. See, when we was little, we get toys and then we get tired of the toys. Yeah. And we put the toys away, then we just start playing with the new toy. The Lord plays with all of his toys. Yeah. All of them. All of them. All of them. He plays with Esau. He plays with Ishmael. He plays with Israel.
Yeah.
He's moving all the pieces around. Why? Because we live in a movie. That's what y'all got to understand. I know it sounds crazy, like, oh, what are you talking about? No. This is part of the movie. And we getting ready to get to the climax of this movie. Right? We got the ebbs and flows, right? It's just like in a movie. When you see a movie, it's only 2 hours long, right? Let's say, for instance, you're doing a biography on I don't know, what's the last biographical film to come out? Let's say Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin, how old was she when she died? Like 70-something? 80-something? You think her life could fit into 2 hours? So they do all that cramming. But if you look at her whole life, they had boring times, then high times, and all. That's what we live in. Sometimes y'all at home bored, and then all of a sudden happened. This is what we're looking at in the Bible. This is just the ebbs and flows, and we getting ready to go to that climax. Go ahead, read that thing.
And excuse me.
Yeah, the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. Go ahead.
The Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will.
And giveth it to whomsoever he will.
Bring it out.
Meaning he gonna give it to Donald Trump. He gave it to Obama. He gave it to, but finish that, and then we're gonna see why. Just finish it. Go ahead.
Come on. And setteth up over it the basest of men.
Right. He giveth it to whoever he wants. And then those kingdoms are given to the basest of men, the most diabolical men. But why is that? Let's get the book of Luke, chapter 4.
Bring it out.
Right? Because it said he gives it to whomever he wants. Watch this, y'all.
Come on.
Yeah, start in verse 1.
Luke chapter 4 and verse 1.
Come on.
And Jesus, being full of the Holy Ghost, returned from Jordan and was led by the Spirit into the wilderness.
Come on.
Being being 40 days tempted of the devil.
Being 40 days tempted of Satan. Yes, this is Christ. He's being tempted by Satan. Go ahead.
And in those days he did eat nothing.
He was fasting. Go ahead.
And when they were ended, he afterward hungered.
Go ahead.
And the devil said unto him, If thou be the Son of God, command this stone that it be made bread.
Right. He said, you the Son of God. Why don't you command this stone to be made bread? You hungry, right? Go ahead. Go ahead.
And Jesus answered him, saying, It is written, that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word of God.
But by every word of God. Go ahead.
Come on. And the devil, taking him up into an high mountain, showed unto him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time.
Right. So Satan went and showed Christ all the kingdoms of the world in a moment in time. Right? Go ahead.
And the devil said unto him, All this power will I give thee, and the glory of them, for that is delivered unto me, and to whomsoever I will, I give it.
You heard that? He said that the power to give the whole planet Earth to a person, that power was given to him. And then whoever he wants to give it to, that's who he gives it to. That's what it was talking about in Daniel. The Most High rule in the kingdom of men. So he told Satan, hey, go ahead. I'm going to give you power. Now Satan got that power, and guess who he gave it to? He gave it to Esau.
Right.
So now when you see Esau in position, that's because Satan is setting it up. But how Satan is setting it up? Because the Most High gave him the power to set it up. How could Satan go to Christ and tell Christ that when Christ made him? And the Most High made it. You don't. Why? Because in the flesh, he know Christ is weak. It's a game. It's a game being played by Satan. That he's what? He's our adversary. So once Christ came to the earth, he became Christ's adversary because he's in the flesh. But the point of the matter is, Satan got the power to put all these people in place because the Most High gave him that power.
Right.
All right. So we got to always, all praises to the Lord at the end of the day. That's why we always say all praises to the Lord, because that's what it is. That's why we say Lord's will, because everything is of the Lord's will. Right. We going across the street, hey, Lord will, I see you tomorrow, because everything is of the Lord's will. Right? Go ahead, y'all.
Let me get Romans 9 and start at 16.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Romans chapter 9 and verse 16.
Come on.
So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth.
Right, so it don't matter how hard you try, how hard you will, or how fast you run, read.
But of God that showeth mercy.
It's the Most High controlling everything, right? You can want to be rich and famous all you want, but if God don't allow it, it's not going to happen for you, right? Read on.
For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up.
So who raised up Pharaoh?
Even for the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up.
That I is the Most High. He raised up Pharaoh the same way he raised up Esau, right? And for the same reason, read.
That I might show my power in thee.
Look how God playing with his toys. He said, I'm gonna build this blocks up until so I can you can see how hard I can smash these blocks.
Yeah.
Right? You know.
And that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy. And whom he will, he hardeneth.
He hardened Pharaoh's mind too. Now guess what? He gonna harden Trump mind or Obama mind to pass this bill and that bill. He doing all those things.
That's right.
Right? Now you may say, oh, that's terrible. Why is he doing that? Right? Jump down to verse 20.
Verse 20. Nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against God?
Who are you to say how God choose to play with his toys? You know what I'm saying? You just a part of it.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth.
You just a part of the script, right? Read on.
Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?
You gonna ask God, why you make me poor and not rich? Why? Hey, you just a part of the movie, right? Read on.
Right.
Hath not the potter power over the clay?
The Most High is the potter and we the clay. He got power over the clay, right? Read on.
Of the same lump.
Out of the same lump of clay, read.
To make one vessel unto honor.
He can make a beautiful plate out of one, a fine china out of one, read.
And another unto dishonor.
And he can make a small little cup just to shatter it. You know what I'm saying? Out of the same lump. Read.
What if God, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction?
He made a certain vessel made to destroy. Come on. Right? I'm going to make it big and strong, so I got to throw it down hard. Right. So you can see how far I can make it shatter.
That's right.
That's the whole reason he made it.
Right.
Right?
Built to break.
Yeah.
You know? So I heard I heard we got 3 callers. So let's get one on before we get to the next article. Y'all got them on?
What they got to press again? What is this?
They got to do anything? Star 6, you said?
Star 6 to join in.
Right.
They on there?
Hey, shalom.
Hey, shalom.
Shalom, Most High Christ bless.
Most High Christ bless.
Yes, sir. It's a wonderful show today. Shalom leadership, Brother Yabel.
Okay, hey, how you doing, Yazel?
Hey, shalom, sir. Yeah, I'm enjoying the show today. I don't know if I'm muted or not.
We hear you. Muted? No, we hear you.
Okay. All right. All praises. Yeah, man. The topic is amazing, man, because this is exactly what our people need.
Oh yeah. All praises. Yeah, absolutely. Because a lot of times we don't pay attention to the news like that. When we see Donald Trump stuff, intricate things like the big beautiful bill, we don't pay attention to stuff like that. Because like we said, we making a joke. We're looking for the balloon pop show. We're looking for some kind of entertainment to take our mind off of, all of our work day and all of that. But we need to be tapped in. But go ahead.
Exactly. Yes, sir. When we look at the scriptures, it's all a plan against the other nations, right? We look at it and we see, we're going to get cut off from, all of the things that our enemies given them, all the gifts that we receive from our enemies. But when we look at that, that's always been God's plan for us to not deal with our enemies at all. We can read that in Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 5, right? When we look at that, it talks about how we're supposed to burn down their idols, have nothing to do with them, and the way to do that is to separate ourselves from them. They need us to spend our finances with them. They need us to need them. Right, but when we do what Zephaniah 2:1 says and gather ourselves together, man, it's a hit to his kingdom. It's a hit to the devil's kingdom.
Yeah. All praises. That's correct. That's correct. That's what the scriptures talk about, to separate ourselves. Right. That don't mean for y'all who just tuning in again. If y'all new, that don't mean leave the country. Right. That means separate yourself. Meaning, hey, don't celebrate no Christmas. Don't celebrate Easter. Don't be involved with them, and so on and so forth. In regards to those kind of things, right? And worshiping white man Jesus and all that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Be in the truth of the Bible. Sure. Be in the truth of the Bible.
It means separate your mind from theirs.
That's right.
That's what it means. It means stop doing the things that they doing.
That's right.
Tell you not to touch the unclean thing, and then you will be received.
That's
so it's going into your actions, your mindset, and the things that you do when the scriptures say separate from them.
That's right. So thank you, bro. Appreciate you. All right, we're gonna get to the next caller. But all praise to the Lord.
The next caller on.
Y'all got the next caller?
Yes, sir.
Hey, shalom.
Shalom. Hi, this is Sister Nasiah. I was thinking about. I'm sorry. Am I on?
Yeah, you on?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. I was thinking about this from another angle, like the gay agenda that's going on. Now, I don't know too much how the men gonna fare, but they probably would actually, survive this. But I was thinking about the women, and this will definitely slow down that feminist agenda, making the lesbian second guess their life and start looking at men to help take care of them.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
for sure. Like we said earlier, men is gonna be fine gold again.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be hard out here for a lesbian.
Yeah. They're gonna be looking. They're gonna learn how to cook again.
Yes, sir.
Recipe. Whoever got recipe books, that's gonna be flying off the shelf soon.
Yeah. They're gonna be in high demand too.
Yeah. Real talk.
Hey,
Right.
Ain't no sisters out there building bridges with me.
Yeah, right. Right. They ain't doing that type of work.
Shit, that harness heavy
Right.
enough.
Yeah, they
You
said,
know?
no, the hell with that. You do that, bruh. I'll be in here
You
cooking.
do that, bruh.
Right.
All praises,
All
sis.
praises.
All right,
All
thank you.
praises.
Thank you.
Thank
All right,
you.
so before we get to the next caller, bring up number 3. All right, there's a couple more things in the bill I want to bring
Shalom.
out. Wait.
Shalom, sis.
All right. Who's this?
I think
I think she was hanging up.
Okay, cool. Before we get to that next caller, bring up number 3, y'all. And then we're gonna get to that next caller. All right. Hold on. Let me pull it up too so I can see it. All right. Hey, y'all scroll down.
They always catch him in stupid poses. Too.
Yeah, he like making them faces too. Hey, scroll down to, because it's gonna have like a bunch of them, right? Scroll down to where it says adding asylum fee. Go on. It should be the next one. All right, the next one. Look, they got all the sisters there. We was talking about them.
Yeah.
Right? Adding an asylum fee. Go ahead. Scroll up. Get to the top of it. All right, there you go. All right. No.
Right? Right where he just read. Yes, that.
There you go. Right there.
Oh, my.
Somebody beat somebody. There you go.
Adding an asylum fee. For the first time in American history, the GOP-led bill wants folks seeking asylum in the country to pay up.
Mm-hmm.
Big time.
Look, now they saying for the first time in history, they want the folks seeking asylum in the country, they got to pay. During the time of when the Europeans was coming here, they was getting money to come here. Now people coming, they want them to pay. Go ahead.
Originally, the House wanted migrants wishing for sanctuary to cough up $1,000 to come to America.
Mm-hmm.
The Senate ruled out the $1,000 fee and other fees on diversity immigrant visas.
Come on.
Now, the recent revision of the bill includes a $100 minimum fee. This means for folks fleeing their country because of war, terrorism, abuse, violence, or any other struggle, they have to open up their wallets first. This will likely impact migrants from poor, more corrupt nations in the Middle East, Africa, and South America.
Right. Now, they're not talking about no European nations. You see, no European nations was mentioned there.
Right.
Right? Because they don't have that problem. They're going to be welcomed with open arms and giving visas and money to come. It's going to be crazy. Hey, scroll again. Keep scrolling. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, they know them Europeans is they brothers, Cap, man.
Right.
They know.
Okay, hold on.
They don't give a damn if you are American Caucasian, a European Caucasian.
Right. As long as you are Caucasian.
A South African Caucasian. You could always come here.
Okay, hey.
Don't none of that apply to
Go
you.
to the next one. It should be the next one. Oh, I'm sorry. Next one after that. Okay, the next one after that. The next one after that. Yo, there you go. Billions for deportation. Billions. Damn. All right? Scroll up so we can read it real quick. Go ahead.
To be expected, the recent revision of the bill includes $350 billion for Trump's border agenda, including $46 billion for the southern border wall and $45 billion for the 100,000 migrant detention facility beds.
Right, so they're building a jail. Right? So they're going to
Bruh.
build a jail. They call it a detention facility. That's going to be a jail.
Yep.
And they're going to have them in there working and getting money off of them. You can't make it up. Go ahead.
According to The Hill, support for Trump's deportations is steadily declining as more and more questionable cases, some involving U.S. citizens, asylum seekers, cancer patients, and green card holders continue to make national news.
Right. Like you had the boxer, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He had a fight against Jake Paul on Saturday. As soon as his fight was over, ICE was right there. How you doing, Caesar? ICE actually arrested Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., a former world champion, and got him up out of here talking about he got a warrant in Mexico for being part of the Sinaloa cartel. Are you serious right now? Yeah. Yo, that's crazy. Go ahead, read on.
Most recently, a black Texas man born on U.S. Army base was deported to Jamaica.
Damn.
After concerns about his citizenship were raised.
Right. So now you got Benjamin, who was born in the United States, got deported to Jamaica, back home. So now stuff like this make the whole Brooklyn get crazy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? When you got them concentrated, that's how come when ICE went in there, trust me, it wasn't just Levi lumping them up. Right. Benjamin was all in the mix, lumping them up. I think they should just leave that alone. Don't go back over there. I'm telling you. It's not going to work out over there. And I'm not trying to be funny. It's just not going to work out. Don't go back there. Leave that place alone because they're going to be going hard. They're not trying to go back home, man. They ain't trying to go back home. Yeah. Go ahead. Scroll up. Look at this now. Whoa. Look at this. AI regulation and big, beautiful bill act. So even AI is in here, y'all. Artificial intelligence. Now, you might say, why is that in the bill? Scroll up. There you go. Go ahead.
Artificial intelligence is clearly growing rapidly and unexpectedly, and the Trump administration is offering scary regulations or lack thereof.
Meaning there is no regulations. That's why it's scary. Go ahead.
To AI. One provision that went over a lot of folks' heads aims to ban state regulation of AI. Even Republicans like GA Rep Marjorie Taylor,
Georgia representative, go ahead.
Georgia Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene came out saying the provision violates states' rights. This was, of course, after she voted to pass the bill to the Senate last month, admitting she didn't read that part.
You see? Why would she read? That's her job to read, but why would she do it? Why? She's chilling. She's eating steak. They drinking. They having a good time. Oh, let me just sign off. Now she's like, no, I didn't know. So now they're going to be making AI of Marjorie Taylor Greene just saying anything. Damn. That's what they're concerned about because AI is going to be able to take over. Go ahead.
But despite her sounding the alarm now, it's too late for anything to seriously be done. She did promise, however, to continue speaking up against the provision. But once again, how much will that really do now?
It will do nothing.
Nothing at all.
How the hell you going to be a representative of the House and say you didn't read? Yeah. That lets me know you lying. Because you would never admit that. Why would you admit in front of everybody that you didn't do your job when you could get moved up out of there? No. I just didn't read that part. So what part did you read? You a liar. You knew you didn't give a damn because everything else in the bill you was cool with, you saw that, you was like, all right, I got to let some stuff go. You let it go. Then when they put pressure on you, oh, I didn't read it.
All she read was sign here.
Right? And also, supposedly, it's going to be no tax on tips. But I don't know how many people really pay a tax on tips. You know what I mean? Because, well, let me not say nothing. Hey, let's get the next caller. We do have a caller there.
Tips going right in the pocket.
Oh yeah. Pocketed tips. Y'all got that caller?
Nope.
Hit star six, caller. You got to hit star 6 to get in there. We're going to make it a little bit easier for y'all in the coming shows, but, this is what we got to do for now. Hold us down. Star 6. In the meantime, don't forget the Booster Club.
Ooh, you got it right on the money.
Hey, don't forget that.
Don't forget the Booster Club, all right, y'all? Donate. Isaiah 11:11. Oh, okay.
I did.
All right, who's this?
Shalom, Most High Christ bless. This is Sister Yehuda.
Yehuda? Sister Yehuda.
Yehuda.
Oh, okay, how you doing?
Philly.
Sis? From Philly?
Hey,
Shalom.
Philly in the house.
Philly in the house.
Philly in the house.
Yeah.
All praises.
I'm having a good time. My mom and I, we're having a good time watching you guys up.
late. I'm supposed to be to work in the morning.
Exactly. All praises is for staying up. You know what I mean? Tell the rest of the East Coast stop playing and support their brothers. Stop playing games.
Right. I'll tell them.
All praises, sis. All praises.
All praises. I did want to comment on about us coming out of, Babylon and the things that, like our practices. I wanted to comment on our diet. We have to come out of her, like with like the sugar and the metals and stuff that they put in our food. We have to educate a whole lot more about that, because in Deuteronomy 28 and the curses, a lot of the inflammation and the botch and the itch that he said would come on us, most of that is our diet.
You're right about that.
And so I just wanted to put that out there in the air. Like, we really gotta, it's hard. It's hard because there's sugar in everything.
That's
there's
right.
Sugar and metal in everything. There's pesticides and everything. But I realize that a lot of the other nations are quicker to check their ingredients of their food than the chosen are.
That's because we destroy it, sis.
I hear in Israel fast, like I'll hear, we'll eat the foul foods. We're here to eat the foul foods. But I see Esau, I see Elam, I see everybody like, I can't eat that because it has this in it.
That's right.
I can't eat that because it has this in it. And I'm like, well, we're the chosen.
Right.
We're not going to have this precaution.
No, 100%.
Meanwhile, most of us is sick.
No, 100%.
So,
But all praises,
I
sis.
just wanted to put.
No, I appreciate you, because that's a real thing. We got to watch our diets in the amount. And thanks for calling, sis. All right. And
all praises. Thank you.
Yep, absolutely. And what she's saying makes sense, right? We got to watch even our portions, how much we're eating.
Right.
Right? Get Sirach 31 real quick. Get Sirach 31 in verse 19. All right? Because that's a big thing. A lot of us, we saying, damn, we overweight. We got to go exercise and all of that. But it's about the nutrition. We have to watch what we're eating, how much of it we're eating. And she's correct. In this system, America has the worst food on earth.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell y'all right now, in China, in European, even the other Edomite countries, they don't allow American food into it.
Damn. Because
they know of all of the preservatives and all the garbage they put in there. They put us in there so we can stay moving around in this health system, in the healthcare system, and the big pharmaceutical companies. You understand what I'm saying? This is what it's all about. Go ahead.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 31 and verse 19. A very little is sufficient for a man well-nurtured.
Right. So when you're well-nurtured, meaning you take care of your diet, right? You're going to know how to eat in portions. A very little is going to be sufficient for you. You're not going to overeat, right? We had to start watching ourselves, right? We be in here killing. Then when we started getting on our game, now we eat like one little plate. And we like, all right, we good.
Right.
Right? That's funny, because just a year ago and change, we wasn't doing that.
Yeah.
We was like, yo, bring out the thirds.
Yeah.
Right?
just bring it all here.
Yeah, we was like, bring everything you got. Give me everything you got. Now, yeah, you know what I mean? Now we eating right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All praises, right? Okay, you said we had another caller? All right, go ahead. And also what she was saying is when she was talking about eating the food defiled, because in the book of Ezekiel, the Lord said that we were going to eat our food defiled among the Gentiles. Meaning what? That we're thinking we're buying clean food, but sometimes that food ain't clean.
Right.
Right? So we have to pay very close attention to what we eat. And that's what she was talking about as well. All right?
Eating the food defiled don't give you a license just to put anything in your mouth, man.
Right. Right.
Eating the food defiled don't mean you can have a pork sandwich.
Right.
It don't mean that.
And it don't mean you taking a banana and then peeling it open as a Twinkie inside.
It's in my banana defiled.
Yo, put down the fork and pick up a dumbbell.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, shout out to Captain Shem, right?
For sure.
Oh my God. Because most people will tell you that what? The battle, like the workout and get yourself together, that actually takes place in the kitchen. You got to have your diet right first, because then y'all will just be fat guys with some muscles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And all kind of subcutaneous fat. Is that the word? Yeah, subcutaneous fat, right? So you got to knock all that off and get yourself right. And it takes some time. Don't think you're going to be overnight. It's going to take maybe a year and a half for some of y'all, 2 years.
Right.
But as long as you get yourself correct, you don't care how much time it takes, but get yourself right.
Yeah.
All right?
You know, it said a man well nourished, meaning you got proper nutrition.
That's right.
A little is sufficient.
That's
but
right.
when you eating food that don't have no nutrition in it, you got to eat more and more and more to feel full. You really ain't getting no fuel in your body. That's why you eating so much.
Right. Hey, before we call in the jump down to verse 23 real quick.
Verse 23. Whoso is liberal of his meat.
You got to be liberal of your meat.
Yeah.
You can't be having a whole bunch of meat. You got to be liberal. 4 ounces, 6 ounces, 8 ounces, right? Actually portion, weigh your food. This is something you got to do. You got to really take time to prepare. This is things that we learned within the last couple years.
Yeah.
And now we really doing it because that's how you keep yourself right. Hey, listen, you got this body. You got to try to take care of it as much as possible. Soon the body going to fail. You're going to be going back to the Lord. But while you here, take care of it. Go ahead.
Whoso is liberal of his meat, men shall speak well of him.
Right. This man is not greedy. He came to my house and didn't eat me out of house and home. They're going to speak well of you. Right? Go ahead.
And the report of his good housekeeping will be believed.
See, that's a heavy scripture right there.
Yeah.
All praise to the Lord. Hey, bring the next caller.
Hey, and you got to practice doing that thing, too, because guess what? The famine is coming. You can't eat 12, 13 ounces of meat.
That's heavy.
You're going to eat it up from everybody.
Well, that's why they want to raise their own goat so they can eat the whole goat. They don't want to, no, I got me a goat. I can eat as much as I want.
And then die.
Okay. Hey, a caller, hit *6 and turn down the show. Yeah, turn the show down so it don't show up in the background. Feedback. Thank you.
Yo.
Where is the caller?
*6 caller.
You on it?
All right, go ahead. Shalom. What's going on, caller? Unmute yourself.
Hit *6, unmute yourself. You'll never find.
Shalom,
can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Shalom, sis.
Okay, all crazy. Shalom, leadership. Most High in Christ bless.
Okay, sound
This
familiar.
is Sister Mayan.
Yeah, of course. How you doing, Sister Mayan? What's going on?
I'm doing well. So what you guys brought out was very deep about us being the Most High's favorite toy. And it just got me to think, like, it seems like our self-esteem got lost in Babylon, which put that spirit of slothfulness on us.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You know? It's like our afflictions, it seems as if the afflictions that are coming from this bill may be so hard, but it's like the Most High is really just asking us to keep his law. And it's like, what's better than that?
They think,
it get hard. It's getting hard. The reason, one of the good tricks that they played on us to make us eat the bad food is convenience. Something as simple as breaking up a family. Now there's no wife in the house. Now, if a single brother want to go get something to eat, is he going to cook? Maybe. Or is he going to run down the street and get a cheeseburger or whatever? It's fast.
Right.
You know, a lot of these single brothers ain't had a home-cooked meal in a while.
Or never.
Never, you know what I'm saying? Hey, when I was single, I used to go shopping at the liquor store.
Damn.
Hey, that's real. I get my tissue from right there. They got lotion. They got, you know what I'm saying? They got all kind of stuff right there.
He was buying jewelry out of there.
Yeah, I was. T-shirts.
He was up in there.
You know?
How you gonna get T-shirts and some Hennessy?
Bruh,
Yeah,
he was in the store like hustle man.
Yeah.
For real.
What else y'all got? Let me get some of them sunflower seeds.
That's convenience, though. That's convenience store.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The
Right.
wife, you going to go to the grocery store, you know, get your fruits, vegetables, and all that,
That's
you know. So just family. Family is, that's like the main thing, man. And education on nutrition. The same way we got to take the troubles of education, right? We got to learn the troubles of education. That's hard. We got to find out the troubles of nutrition, too.
That's right.
You know, the troubles of leadership, all these things that's hard because these things been we've been nourished by the beast for so long.
Right.
You know, and that's where you talking about the slothfulness. It's been easy to just be taken care of.
Right. And Cap brought it out earlier. It's supposed to get hard. Go back to Hosea 5, please.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be that way. So we would lean on the Lord instead of all these devices that's at our fingertips.
Right.
Go get that again.
Hosea chapter 5, verse 15.
Yep.
I will go and return to my place
Uh-huh.
till they acknowledge their offense.
It says until, meaning what? A dispensation of time. He's going to be up there with his back towards us until we understand what we doing wrong.
Right.
Go ahead.
And seek my face.
And seek his face. The scriptures, the Bible. Come on.
In their affliction.
In your affliction, meaning what? You're going to be afflicted. It is going to happen. It's bound to happen because we too comfortable. Ain't nobody gonna ever repent if we stay comfortable.
Right.
Ain't nobody gonna ever repent if Snap is still in the mix.
Right.
Go ahead.
In their affliction, they will seek me early.
Affliction breeds us seeking the Most High. Period. Point blank. So it has to get hard. And if we stay comfortable, we're gonna be in Babylon for another 350.
Yeah, and we ain't trying to do that. We got to get it out.
Oh yeah, it's time.
Yeah, that sounds crazy. Because in that 350, that means we probably gonna have to come back again. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
Yeah, the Lord gonna bring us back again. Oh yeah, you got to go back down there. Be like, oh man. We got one more caller. All right, this got to be the last caller because we about to sign out.
They calling in at when it's
Yeah,
the
why
last
y'all
2
gonna call
minutes.
at the end? Come on.
Look, man,
Y'all is wild. All right, make sure y'all hit *6.
Come on in. The water's fine. All right, shalom, caller. What's going on?
Shalom, family. Most High Christ bless. It's Sister Keziah. I just
Oh.
wanted to talk about.
Sister Keziah?
Yes,
Okay. Go ahead.
from IOIC Jersey Camp. I did want to
Jersey.
speak about the big, beautiful.
Go
Yeah.
ahead. All praises. Hey, listen, I'm happy to see that, the East is calling. What's going on, sis?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes, our praises. You brothers are in the spirit. You guys constantly show up, and y'all guys show up in the spirit. The joy of the Lord is on you, and that's what we love watching your content.
Praises.
But I did want to mention about the big, beautiful bill. You know what I think? Like I just mentioned to a sister how the Most High has been preparing us when it comes to things like Captain Shin with the health thing. We were been prepared to show up for our health. Like it's almost those things that like Captain Shin was purposed to really speak on that more because of such things like this coming to pass. It's like a beautiful warning in a way.
Right.
So that was supposed to better equip ourselves to do more research and be more in depth with that to find more about our health. So yeah, and be more disciplined.
No, absolutely. And what we was just reading about, go back to Sirach 31 and go to verse 20 because I left this out before, but this is real important too, right? We got to have that. That's what was talking about being liberal with your meat, right, and eating right. But go to verse 20.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 31 and verse 20. Sound sleep cometh of moderate eating.
Right, moderate eating, right? Portion sizes, right? That's moderate eating. Go ahead.
He riseth early, and his wits are with him.
Right, so your wits are going to be with you. Go ahead.
But the pain of watching and choler and pangs of the belly
all type of gas and all that. Go ahead.
Are with an unsatiable man.
Or with a greedy man or woman. Yeah. Right? You're not getting that good sound sleep, right? And let me get the other one in Timothy, all right, about a little exercise and all that. All right, thank you, sis. We appreciate you.
Jersey in the house.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Keep it up. Most High Christ bless.
Most High Christ bless you.
1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 8. For bodily exercise profiteth little.
Right. It says bodily exercise profiteth little, but it does profit. That's the point.
Yeah.
Right? You have to exercise, right? Because now in this time where you got to watch your food, you got to put in some exercise too to keep yourself right. Go ahead.
But godliness is profitable unto all things, having promise of the life that now is, and of that which is to come.
All right, all praises. We got one more. Okay, we're gonna take this last one. Y'all, hey, nobody better go.
Y'all want
had
to
the
wait
whole
till
show.
the end.
Open
We've
now.
been offering
See?
and extending the hand the whole show.
Yeah.
You
Said they
want
ain't
to
got
wait
enough time
until
to beat
it's-
us up.
You want to wait until time is gone to come on. That don't make no sense.
Oh man, all praises though. I'm happy y'all calling. I'm happy y'all watching. All praises to the Lord.
Hell yeah.
All right. Hey y'all, hit *6 and get up in there. *6, y'all. *6. All right.
Hey, shalom, caller.
Happy y'all calling. I'm happy y'all watching on Facebook.
We barely hear you.
We can barely hear
heard
you. All right. Well, we want to hear the foreground. They left?
They left.
All right. So I guess we ain't patch them in, but all praise to the Lord. All right, y'all. We're gonna end it there. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Oh yeah. Most definitely. Okay, let me get back to the Booster Club.
Bing.
All right. So that's the Isaiah 11:11 project. Isaiah 11:11 project. Hey, y'all donate. All right. We going all over the world. All right. We gathering the 12 tribes back together again. It is our job. We're doing it. No one else is doing it. And that's no disrespect. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? The Lord put it on our spirits to do that, and we doing that thing, but we need y'all help. All right, that'll be the brick that y'all put in. Put in a little couple of dollars, help us get around the world. Hotels, the money, the hotels, the food, the flights, it costs, right? Yeah. So with y'all putting in y'all brick, it's as if you're there as well. That's what the Lord is counting it as, all right? So all praise to the Lord. All right, let's go to that next one. All right? And then save a couple of cents for us, you know what I mean? The Nehemiah squad donate, get us some new lights up in here. Get us a new phone, you know what I mean? So we get us a new system of phone or something. All right? Hey, come on. Listen, y'all. Don't get slapped.
All right? Man, don't be rushing us, bro.
For real. That's the QR code for us. And the PayPal is iuic.norcal@israelunite.org. All right?
Now you could go.
All right, so it was in the spirit, right? We was talking about food and being healthy. So next week's show, we got our brother Desan, the medicine man, right? And we're going to be talking about our herbs. It's going to be herbs versus big pharma.
Ooh, that's
what
fire.
really heals you. All right, so I know y'all really going to want to watch this because a lot of us, we looking to get into that natural remedies and so on and so forth. Yeah. So it's in the spirit that we wound up ending it with what? Food talk and good diet and exercise and all that. And so this is going to be an excellent show next week with our brother Desan, the medicine man. Make sure y'all tune in Monday, July 14th, 8:30 p.m. Lord willing, the Most High spare our lives, we're going to be here and doing the thing.
That's right.
Go ahead,
All
next.
Right. All right. So, yeah, with that, we're going to say shalom. Hey, Officer Shem, take us up out of here, man.
Oh, man, you should already know what time it is, man.
Bring it out.
This is Nehemiah chapter 13 and verse 21. Then I testified against them and said unto them, why lord ye about the wall? If ye do so again, I will lay hands on you.
If you do this thing again, we got to lay hands on you. If you don't donate to the Booster Club, we got to lay hands on you. You don't save a couple quarters for the Nehemiah squad to get it in order. We got to lay hands on you and come back with snap and try to destroy our people with that gift. We got to lay hands on you. This is the Nehemiah squad.
Yes,
we are your hosts. I'm Officer Shem. That's Captain Zakai. That's Officer Judah. We out.
Yes, sir. Most High in Christ bless y'all. Shalom.
From the heathen, I need a break. I don't need a reason. I need a script. I don't need your reasons. Keep it to yourself. It's better for my health. Leave it on yourself. Ain't hearing nothing else. Tonight ain't the night. Knowing the price. Pay it off with my life. Till it's out with your lights. Do it all for the Christ. And he ain't playing nice. Knew the end from the start. Fix your face like it's art. The sons of a simp, call them Bart. Yeah, you did your best, played your part. But now it's time to cut you to the heart. Flex on occasion. It's the strangest of the salvation. You see it, believe it, amazing. Them chariots coming invasion since the creation. War, mind, Lord, bless the general. Greatest nation, eat them unequivocal. Bombs dropping, buddy, cause it's biblical. Start shit, now it's time to finish you. Whoa. Said he won't vote, he looking for smoke. So, we give him some more. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world. And the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. And the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. And the beginning of ours. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world.
I can't wait for our kingdom to start and for there to be finished. Get rid of all of their idols and lying religions. Look for the crown like an Esdras. Hey, this that crown talk. Wisdom of Solomon 5 talk. This that second Esdras 6 and 9. We want eyes talk. It's your time to end. And my time again. It's our time to win. Away with the sin. You know what it is. Rejoice with my kin. See that is why we repented. Golden streets, I can see myself in it. The city is bright. The kingdom of light. A wonderful sight past the angels, the inner light. I need 1,000 years of labor. Sit on my throne with my savior. Try to know wine, press alone. He bring pain like major. You think the nations is equal to us? TK Kirkland, who raised you? Flex on occasion, my God a racist. That's why we moving with patience. It's been a long time coming. I spent my whole life running. Now that I'm 10 toes down and established my faith on 100. Woe to the nations, my king will race them. You know they gotta be punished. Jeremiah 25. Yeah, you know they gon' fry. Whoa.
Said he won't vote, he looking for smoke. So, we give him some more. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world. And the beginning of all.